Welcome to Built for This Network, where we inspire, empower, and motivate. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch at Built for This Network. Streaming 24 hours, 365 on Roku streaming app and Amazon Fire TV. Also join the movement at BuiltForThisRadioNetwork.com. We are Built for This Network, for the strong, not the weak.
For this, I get it rockin' like the Chief do. Two-step king, Mugadeen and truck D2. Color clean, pull up white thing, looking see-through. Bust some bucks banging on the speaker, it get lethal. They don't be broad, but we could really get specific. Tell me what you really know about DJ Purplish. Poetic sense, Tony Sanchez, they bringin' heat. They in the zone every time like the ENT. Game on Smash, got the padlock to it. It's for the strong, not the weak, even Madlock knew it. And if they think somebody better, they been sippin' on fluid. And ain't no party like a party with the madness moving. Okay, we built for this, built for this, built for this, we too built for this. Built for this, built for this, for the strong, not the weak, we too built for this. Let's go.
We are Built for This Network, for the strong, not the weak. We are Built for This Network, for the strong, not the weak.
The zone, man.
But I work it. Yeah, we all need bread. Really, we just gotta thank God when it's working. I can't lay my head, knowing I ain't give my all and put the work in. I sleep when I'm dead, but dog, right now I gotta move with a purpose. Gotta move with a purpose. Yeah. Whoa, yeah, I'm moving with precision and decisions. There's so many avenues I could get in. Yeah, I was tripping, me and God, we had us a sit-in. He told me do better, I said better, now I be winning. Now I'm turned up, I just work hard and I'm chillin'. Gotta stack up the money young for the children. God told me, boy, you too hard, you don't fit in. The big play for the big dogs, gonna dig in. $10 per hour, I still gotta get in. Gotta count them chickens. And y'all guys still want me at the same time. Oh, I ain't gonna mob up in there. I thank you, God, cause I know I'm strong. Folks outside look at me for guidance, and a small percentage don't even like me, but I get on beats like way beside it. It's exciting, like it is you here. Folks say they like my music, cause they feel like the spirit while you right. Don't like my job, but I work it. Yeah, we all need bread. Really, we just gotta thank God when it's working. I can't lay my head, knowing I ain't give my all and put the work in. I sleep when I'm dead, but dog, right now I gotta move with a purpose. Gotta move with a purpose, yeah.
Guess who stepped in?
Built for this network.
This is the number one Chief Rocka, Jerseyvern, on his recap show. Yeah, I said recap show. Yeah.
Built for this.
Nobody else can do it like me. I'm the man that comes on here, do 3 hours straight, non-stop. I talk about everything. Sports ain't the only thing in life. I talk about life in general.
Guess who stepped in?
Can anybody get like the Chief Rocka? I don't think so. This is Chief Rocka. He don't drink no Chief Rocka.
Chief Rocka was there. Chief Rocka was there till the end. Chief Rocka gonna tell you how it ended. Yes, sir. So if you know something that I don't know, call up the number 404-618-2119. Call me up and let me know what you know. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck he making millions or not. He still needs coaching up. He's nothing but a player. You're supposed to be a coach that knows the system and know how you block on different plays. That's the whole thing right there. People think you just get in front of motherfucking block. No, it's not like that. You gotta take angles on motherfuckers. You gotta block a certain way. If a player's called to go off the 9-hole or the 8-hole, you gotta be able to know which way to block the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Chief Rock is back. The number one Chief Rock in Jerseyvern, the Master Blaster, the Mac is back on the radio.
Get with the program. Chief Rocka is coming on. Tune in. It's got the Mars and Pop show. There's a lot of passion, joy, and a little bit of happiness in my show. So if you want to come in with this with me, come in. The number one Chief Rocka, Jerseyvern. Do you like it? Down.
Built for this network.
From the Jersey side.
This is what you hear right here on Built for This Network.
Jersey side.
This is Mocha Bella from X Squad Radio Network. It's Monday, and you're listening to the number one Chief Rocka, Jerseyvern, recap and entertainment show, where he gets you updated on all your sports, entertainment, and news, and also has guests sitting in. Tune in and enjoy the show. Go Chief Rocka.
This is DJ Poetic Sins. We're built for this network and in the zone. And you're tuned into right now the number one Chief Rocka, Jerseyvern, with his recap and entertainment show right here on YouTube, Fire Stick TV, and Roku. Download those apps. Let's go.
We are Built for this network.
This is your girl, DJ Purplicious. If you're down with football, basketball, baseball, all those different kind of sports, come on through and check out the one and the only number one Chief Rocka. He got it all for you. Just sit back and relax. Come on through and check him out. You know what I'm saying?
Check this out. This DJ Mukadeen, the two-step king, and I'm listening to the number one Chief Rocka, Jerseyvern, the Master Blaster, recap and entertainment show.
Y'all talk about sports. I talk about entertainment.
If you don't know, now you know.
I talk about news. I talk about whatever you want.
If you didn't know, now you know.
I talk about if you say your mama whipped your ass, I'm gonna talk about it.
If you thought you knew, now you know.
You know what I'm saying? This is number one Chief Rocka, Jerseyvern.
Let's go, Burn.
He's back. The Master Blaster himself. My big brother. The number one Chief Rocka. Jerseyvern. Yeah, man.
My niggas look mad. Y'all supposed to be happy I'm free. Y'all niggas look like y'all wanted me to stay in jail. Oh, busters.
Now, directly from the planet, representing Jersey on the Love. Cool Chief Rocka.
You're in big trouble now, pal.
Damn, I miss home.
Ho! This is number one Chief Rocka, Jerseyvern, live from the Irma Rick studio here in Atlanta, Georgia, on this gloomy Monday morning. Yes, sir. Summertime is almost here. The trees are getting full. The pollen is flowing all around. And Chief Rocka feel just like the earth that float throughout this planet. Let me stop, man. Hey, good morning, everybody, man. I thank you to all my background listeners, to my chat room listeners, to, like Saint would say, the planet Earth people that's listening. Thank you all for coming in, man. This is a good Monday, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's not sunshiny, you know, we got the blue, dark clouds out there. But all in all, it's another day, man. God woke us up this morning. Praise to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for allowing me Monday morning to come on here and entertain you once again. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how things going to end up because there's a lot of things to be talked about. And there's a lot of things that people may not want to hear, especially what I say. So I'm not going to say it like everybody else said it. You know, politically correct people. I'm going to say it the way Chief Rocka like to say it. You know what I'm saying? I am the number one Chief Rocka, Jerseyvern. Let's get that to I don't think I use third party on that. But you know what, man? You get so tired of hearing people say negative things like, oh, he's third party. I don't give a fuck. I am who I am. And I'm not going to change for nobody else. So don't judge me. Don't make me over. So just walk your ass on by. Yeah, man. But anyway, man, so far in the chat room, before I'll just read something. Before I get started, man, I'd like to say big up to Mookie Dane, co-CEO and owner of this operation. He's in the chat room. We got the other co-CEO owner operation. We got DJ Mad Knock. They're the only two in the chat room right now. You know, it's Monday morning blues, so everybody else probably in the background just seeking out. But all in all, man, we're gonna make this thing run, man. We got a lot of topics to talk about today, man. We got the NFL draft that was just past Thursday until Saturday. We got prime time, Deion Sanders. We got some Colorado and NFL talk dealing with prime. NBA playoffs that's been on for 2 weeks now, man. How's your team doing? You know, how many people that jumped on all these different bandwagons to make themselves look good, you know? We got a little KD talk in there. We also got, you know, the standings of who's doing what right now after 3 to 4 games. If you haven't gone out to see the Jackson movie, Chief Rock don't speak about it. If you don't want to hear it, bounce. That's around the 12 o'clock hour. We also got something on the Orange Man 45-47, right? High school prom. Wow, man, down the street is high school prom. Where you may live at, it may not be going on right now, but down here, school is out in May, so the prom season is full and blast right now. Got some talks on that. WNBA started their preseason, so we definitely gonna get on that. Also, we got influencing fathers. Do you really think the way they brought their children up to be successful, was it the right way or the wrong way? You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna talk about that too. So we got a lot to talk about today. I may have a guest on this morning. You know, if I do, you know, tune around. It should be a pretty good segment with this guest. So, oh no, man, we ready. We ready to fire up and let shit go and keep doing what we do. You know, definitely that. But all in all, man, I don't know who your team is. But my team is the Giants football team. You know what I'm saying? I don't call them New York. I don't call them Jersey, even though they've been playing in Jersey for damn near 45 to 50 years. You know what I'm saying? I just call them Giant football, you know, because that's what they are. They're Giants. And I feel this past draft, I really don't judge the draft because, you know, you can have a draft and think you got all good motherfuckers, and then your season come along, none of them bitches really helping you better your team, you know. So you done said back in April, the end of April, you done said, oh, we had a good draft, but shit, the fucking team is 2-8. You know what I'm saying? So I don't judge draft. I just judge, is a player gonna be worthy of playing with the players that's already there to make them better and themselves a name. You know, that's the type of players I'm looking for. That's why I like to watch preseason. I watch preseason not because it's my team on TV. I watch preseason to see if my team has some good backup players to step in anytime the other players are not doing their job, you know, or do they need the help to make this thing better and move on, you know. So I always watch preseason. I want to see if we got some capable people, because we ain't got no capable people, you know, then we're not moving on. You know, it's just going to be another motherfucking season of me watching to see if we going to win or lose, you know. And that gets kind of tiresome. I like to feel that we got this next game. I don't give a fuck who we play. I like to feel that. The only way you feel that, you know you got a complete team. You know, special team. Oh, special kickers. We drafted a kicker too. Out of my hated rival college team, the Wolverines out of Michigan. We got their kicker. I never, you know, I'm not a person that scout kickers. I don't give a fuck. Only time I scout kickers when they miss the bitch. When they miss them, you know, I look at the angle, the distance, or the situation of the game. You know, I look at all those areas. And if this motherfucker misses because he sucked, you know, I'm going to talk about it. Also in the chat room, we have originally from the Boogie Down Bronx. He resides in Charlotte, North Carolina right now. Zulu Cast owner. We got the Jungle Brother up in the house. What's going on, Jungle? Thank you for coming in. President of Creative Design for this book, for this network. Also, she has a show come on tonight, The Poetic Lounge. We got Miss Poetic Sin up in the house. Thank you for coming in. Yeah. But anyway, man, all in all, man, the NFL draft to me was a little better. It caught my attention more this year than it have done in decades, you know what I'm saying? Because after the first round, you really don't want to see it. Last year kept me interested because of the Shador Sanders negligence. You know, how they just kept that young man sitting around to round 5 before they drafted him. You know, he's not a 5th round player. He should have been in the 1st round. Definitely, if not the 1st, the 2nd. You know, but they played games to get the TV rating. The TV ratings last year was much higher than they have been in decades because it's Shador Sanders. Everybody wanted to know what they're going to pick this man, what team was going to pick this man to play for them. After all the scrutiny he went through. And it took 5 rounds, and Cleveland finally got some balls, and they drafted him, you know. Now Cleveland's in another dilemma. They're going to go get another brother quarterback to go up against him, Deshaun Watson, and the Hawaiian, Gator, you know. This should be pretty interesting because Cleveland don't have a clue on what they really fucking doing, you know. They had a coach that was racist as hell, and he came right to the right place. He came down to the South, where you got a lot of that going on down here, too. And the only difference with this situation is the team has more African Americans as a supporter of the team. A lot of them come to the game, you know, and that's the only good thing about the Falcons is they got a good supporting crowd of us in the house. You know what I'm saying? Not too many other places you can say that. But at the same time, you got this coach down there that didn't like Shador Sanders, didn't like his family or father, don't even know none of them. But he all took it to his hand that he didn't like it. He didn't want it because he the one that had Gabriel drafted last year before they even went back and had another draft, and right after that, drafted right after that. And that's when they got to do it. So that shows you that they don't have a clue in what they're doing. You know, they rather have controversy within their team than stability. You know, that team haven't had stability in a long time, man. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck going on. You know, basketball team is shabby. You know what I'm saying? They always got a good team, but they end up shabby because they can't push through the playoff. The only time they ever went to a championship 2 times for LeBron James. Won one, lost one. Football team, you know, they ain't shit. Baseball team, you know, when the last time have they been relevant? You know, they may make a playoff here there, you know, but the division they in is weak. You know, so all in all, man, Cleveland needs to flush out the city and redo everything, revamp everything. They almost like Detroit was. Remember when Detroit didn't have the basketball team went down, they were sucking. The hockey team went down, they were sucking. The hockey team was the best thing they had in the city. Football team never been shit, really. And the baseball team, they went to a couple of championships here and there, but that's how many they got. They can't tell you. They got more than, if I give them 2, I think I'm doing good for them. You know, they don't hardly have nothing either. So that's 2 cities, Detroit and Cleveland, that everything they do should be under the microscope due to the fact that they've been sucking so long. And these are the 2 fan bases that, to me, should never say nothing about no New York fan team. If anybody want to talk about it, they talk about teams I don't care. And that's the Mets, the Jets, and the Nets. All of them got the same goddamn abbreviation. ET. ET or ETS, whichever one you want to put on at the end of it. But all 3 of those teams are teams that I never really, ever in my life cheered for, but they all suck. You know what I'm saying? So if anything, that's the only team you can talk about in New York, Cleveland, and Detroit, fan, because you can't talk about the Knicks. They got more championships than both of your teams together. You can't talk about the Yankees because they got more championships than any sport team in sports. And you can't talk about the Giants. They got 4 Super Bowls out of 5 times going. They never lost an NFC championship game. You know what I'm saying? So, all in all, the teams I cheer for, you can't say shit about them if you're in cities like that. There's more cities. I got a list of, I don't know why, I think I got it on my phone, but I got a list of cities that ain't never won shit. And the reason I get lists like that is for the people that want to talk shit about my team. You know, when you want to come here and talk shit about my team, make sure you got some proof about your team, or make sure you say that's your team and don't try to claim another team. We got a lot of that going on because since the Knicks and Hawks been playing in the playoffs, right? Man, did they get a lot of fans. Woo, they got a lot of fans. You know what I'm saying? Every time you turn around, they got a group of more motherfuckers coming at me. And I ain't never seen them talk about the Hawks before. But being that they playing the Knicks, everybody wanted down the Knicks. But you know what the Knicks showed you Saturday night? How it is when they is on all cylinders. A guy put this in a chat after game 1. But I don't think they was on all cylinders game. You know, even though we won by a double figure, it still was close. And we made a lot of mistakes. That's just like game 2 and 3, where we lost by 1 point. We made a lot of mistakes. And then at the end of the game, we can't even get a fucking decent shot up to win it. We had a chance to win both games. Can't get a fucking shot up. So, all in all, man, we got a lot of, I'm fighting against the Hawks fans and the bandwagons. But it don't mean nothing to me because as long as my team keep playing like they did Saturday night, we can make it to the Eastern Conference Championship game without no problem. We win this here. We got Boston because they gonna beat Philly. Philly look like dead man walking. But if we win this series, we got Boston next, and that's gonna be a tough series. I think everything after this, I mean, the whole playoff is tough, but everybody came to play. Look what Orlando's doing to Detroit. They're 2-1. I had a Detroit fan tell me on draft night that the Hawks got us and we don't know what to do about it. I said, really? I said, well, what do Orlando have with your team? Because y'all behind. This was when they was just before they won their first game. Y'all behind. You know what I'm saying? Then they tied it up and then they lost Saturday. You know, so don't sit here and talk. And of course, when Detroit lost, all I had to do, I text the person and said, "Oops." That's all I had to answer. They shut up. I said, "Oops." In other words, another one bites the dust. You have bit the dust 2 times with a team that's the number 8 seed. They had to play in a play-in game, and they're playing the number 1 seed, Detroit Pistons. So how could you sit there and tell me how sorry my team is? Well, your team was the number 1 seed. Y'all won the most games in the NBA. I think they won the most. I think it was between them and OKC. Either they won one more or OKC won one more game. But both of them had 60-something wins, you know. But your team number 1. And you down 2-1 in Orlando with another game in Orlando to play. This shit about to get ugly in Detroit, baby. It's about to get ugly. Yeah. And now we got my main man up in the house, man. The eye of the storm. Look for this network on. T-Man, Tony Sanchez. What's going on, T-Man? Thank you for coming in. You know, but all in all, man, hey, man, NBA, they doing their thing, man. This shit gonna be going all the way up until June. So we got another whole month of playoffs, intense playoffs, before the championship is in June. You know? So big ups to the NBA for, only thing I can't give the NBA big ups on is how you putting these games on Prime and what else they got on? Prime and what's the other one? What's the other one? Hold on, it's gonna come. We got Prime and Peacock. But one thing about Peacock, if it ain't on the regular NBC, well, you gotta have Peacock app. I know a lot of people got the Prime app because a lot of people order from Amazon. So if you order from Amazon, you automatically get a Prime watch. You can watch games. But I can watch them anyway. You know, I ain't gonna tell y'all how, because you know they got the man listening in these days. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I see them all. You know, just like I seen the Michael Jackson movie that we're gonna talk about. Jackson movie we're gonna talk about later. But yeah, man, NBA, you're doing good as far as the playoffs and how you got the play-in game and all that. But as far as this TV situation, y'all gotta get better than that. Because people that can't watch. People with establishment that don't want to order no Prime, don't want to order Peacock, even though you get some Peacock on regular NBC. You know, they don't want that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But you keep trying to force it on people, and you go to people losing people at the establishment when the NBA on. You know? Yesterday was all right because we had ESPN and you had the regular Peacock, which is NBC. But Saturday, you only had one game that people that just had regular cable or whatever could watch. Now the Saturday night game, the Lakers game. But as far as these other games, they keep throwing this shit on these other networks. I don't know, is Peacock and Prime paying that much money for the NBA to be sucking in to put that shit on there? You know what I'm saying? This got to be a Gentile thing. Being at the NBA is predominantly black. You know what I'm saying? If you go to percentage, it's like 70% black in the NBA, right? They're trying to sell it to their people that will go and get these apps. And that mainly is the Gentile and other nationalities that don't mind paying to get up. But I'm like this. A lot of us up in age, we grew up on regular TV. We can watch games on NBC, CBS, Fox, and ABC. And in Jersey, New York, we had 5 major stations. You know, 6 really, but we had 2 other stations, WPIX and WWR9, something like that, or something 9. Channel 9. I can't think of the letter, but yeah. So we had the 4 basic and those 2. So I had a lot of channels as a kid coming up. But these days, they're everybody trying to get their own little network so they can get paid. You know, well, my network is better. People would love my network. Come on in and watch the game. You know, that shit sucks, man. You get tired of that shit, man. So I got a little toss up right here. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna go about talking about this draft, this NFL draft that just came on. Because I mainly would like to have another person sitting with me to talk about it. But I'm gonna just speak on this. Teams like this guy came on a show one time. I'm not even gonna mention the show or nothing. He came on the show and said that the teams that were sorry last year or didn't make the playoff are the teams that's desperate and they're gonna be making moves to add on to the number 1 pick they got and all that. I was just joking could be on the show today because I tell him that's a bold-faced motherfucking lie. Because when you got a team that used to go to the playoff and championship every other year or every year the playoff or every other year the championship, and they didn't make the playoff last year, but they went out there this past season and picked up free agents and moved up in the draft and picked the people that they wanted in the draft that will help build their team better. They on a mission, and that's the Kansas City Chiefs. They're on a mission to get better. They're on a mission to show y'all that, hey, we got our quarterback hurt at the end of the season when he shouldn't have never really been hurt because in the position we was in, we should have just sat him because it was going to be hard for us to make the playoff anyway. You know? That's what they should have did, but he played because he's a Cooper, and the team don't like to sit people for reasons of thinking they're going to get hurt, This organization plays until it's all over, and that's a good thing. And they went out there to rebuild. And their quarterback said he'll be back by the time the season starts. So all in all, Kansas City's looking like they're going to be a better team this year. They went and strengthened a lot of positions that they needed to. A couple of their players walked and went other ways, or they traded a player too. But believe me, they didn't picked up players to replace what they lost. And plus extra players to play, to push the players that's already started. So all in all, man, Kansas City, to me, get an A grade. They get real good in the draft. Let me see. I'm trying to think of some other teams that did good in the draft. Let me see. Because one thing about it, you can say that they did good now, like I said earlier, but when it all leads down to is these players going to buy into the system, or they going to come out there and get coached up, right? Is they going to be disciplined? Is they going to take their job serious? That's where a lot of that shit comes from. Because I can tell you, with the management, the front office we had, and coaching staff we had within the last decade or so, they wasn't like that. They did not do the things they had to do to make their team better. We had bad tackling. We had bad assignment reading. You was told to be here. You're not there. It was like a Chinese fire drill with my team out there. So mainly that comes from the top office, up top, not building the team right or not having coaches to discipline the team or coach them up. I said I could never be an owner because I don't give a fuck how much I gave you. If you're not producing, I'm talking to the manager. Listen, you find a way to either get rid of this player, find a way out of some of that contract, or see if you can find a buyer for him. Because I would not be an owner sitting up there and letting my team be like the Giants been throughout these decades of playing. Never. Never my team. Give me somebody. Let me hit that motherfucking Powerball and make a million, and I go get me a motherfucking team. You know what I'm saying? Watch how well ran this shit is, because I'm not getting nobody that's just there for the dollars. I'm gonna give you the dollars, but you gotta be worth that motherfucking dollar. If you ain't worth the dollar, then I'm finding a way to get rid of your motherfucking ass. And you better believe that. You know what I'm saying? Coming from the ghetto, I find that way. And that ain't no lie. I'll find a way. Let me be an owner. That's all I ask. I just wish one day I wish I could be like Dorothy in Wizard of Oz, or I Dream of Genie giving me a motherfucking wish. My wish would be, give me the money to own a motherfucking team. I don't give a fuck if it's baseball, basketball. Just give me the money. And if I get that money, I'll show you how you use it. We got my main man out of Minnesota, man, the Twin City. He goes by the governor of Minnesota. We got Vince Wright up in the house. Sports done right. What's going on, Vince? Vince said, good morning. I'm feeling well, working at home today. I hope you feel better, Vince. No Timberwolves, but big injuries to Ant-Man and Dante DiVincenzo will kill us in the long run. Damn, y'all are 3-1 too, man. We're gonna see what type of adjustments that Denver makes. But that Denver team look like they missing something, man. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. That's why the Joker is so frustrated. And by the way, you know, people that didn't see the Minnesota Denver game the other night, the Joker at the end of the game, man, looked like he wanted to take on the whole team on it. He didn't want to throw punches. He just threw his chest at the motherfucker, like punching him out the way. You know what I'm saying? But throwing punches, a lot more money than he probably got fined, you know. Or that could be a game suspension too. So he did the right thing. But all in all, man, the heat is on. A lot of teams is getting like touchy, man. We had a couple of outbreaks in the Knicks game, 2 of them, you know. So now we to the point where it seems like these players are really locked in to winning and playing these games, to the point where they'll fight you, man. Just so, hey, if you embarrass them or you doing some things so that they don't like, they get testy, man. They ready to fight, man. You know, and not saying that I condone that, you know, but if it's part of the game, the heat of the moment, you gotta do what you gotta do to win. You know, if that's pushing the motherfucker in his back, then they push him into the goddamn basket. Do that. Vince said Ant is out for at least 2 weeks. I heard that. I've seen that. Denver getting pumped by my Timberwolves. Yeah, Vince, it's about time you got a team, got some balls. They can do it. It's about time you got a team, got some balls, bro. Because the rest of your team, you know, they just get all spanked up and shit, you know, especially them Twins. You know, my team own them motherfuckers. You know that. The Yankees own them Twins. So, you know, you got some other teams that, you know, and the hockey team is so-so. You know. Football team could be better. Could be better. Last year needed a quarterback. But I think your front office is kind of fucked up too, man. You know what I'm saying? To let Donald go, man. Donald could have had took you out to the promised land last year. And that's real talk. Because you got a coach that know how to coach them. You know how to coach quarterback. All right. It's just that you got a quarterback that can't be coached. JJ McCarthy. I told y'all when I drafted him, just like I told the Giants when they drafted Jackson Dart, right? That these are quarterbacks that they're not going to be. They may shine here and there, but they're not going to be the long-term answer, and that's the real deal. Vince said, yeah, Jungle Belt said, yeah, God, y'all had Denver right where you wanted them. Tough luck. Hope you feel better. Get well. Yeah, big up to you, man. Vince said, Knicks back on course, huh, chick? You motherfucking right, they back on course. They back on. They back on course. Yeah, we about to cruise into the next round. You know, because they losing in the Garden tomorrow night. And, you know, what's so sad is how we dominate their home court, man. We were saying, nah, 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 nah. Hawks fans, goodbye. And they was walking out in the fourth quarter. But they knew their ass was there. They was done. We got TC up in the house. We got the queen of Shot Time. Got Thomasine up in here. Too cute. What up, Too Cute? Say good morning, happy Monday to everybody. Back to you. Yeah. We also got my main man. He's from a lot of places. First, we're going to start off, he's from down there in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Down there in the Gulf. He got a house in Tampa, Florida. This was the last time I ever mentioned this brother that's on. And he also got a house here in Georgia. He lived the life of Raleigh, Denzel, everybody that got them dollars. We got my main man, 334 Bama Boy up in the house. What's up, Bama Boy? Thank you for coming in, my brother. Yeah. Vince Wright said, NFL draft set record for attendance in Pittsburgh. Don't know if I could stand around like that all night waiting on my team to pick. Oh, hell no. You know what I get, Vince? They got these walkers, bro. They got the seat on, right? You turn that bitch around and sit in that motherfucker, that bitch just as comfortable as sitting in the motherfucking fold-up chair. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I wish I never gave my mother's hugs away to this guy that really needed it. The guy really needed it. That's why I gave it to him. You know, I wish I had never did that, boy, because I can use that bitch right now. Yeah. But all in all, man, I think let me see. I'm gonna ask my friend here. I'm gonna ask Miss Google. Google, what conference had the most players drafted? Okay. SEC. I was gonna say that. I was trying to see if they had SEC picked 87, which broke their own previous record of 79 last year. So they had 87 this year, 79 last year. Look up to the SEC, man. But you know what? Some of the SEC players should have been HBUC players. You know, they should have had some HBCU players that made the list of NFL draftees. And also, speaking of people not being drafted, and this is a shame. I don't understand this shit right here, man. Y'all can correct me if you feel I'm wrong. But there's no way in hell that Colorado should not never had a player drafted. Because after the draft, teams was quick to go get 6 of their players and sign them to free agent contract. You know what I'm saying? To come to camp to make the team. 6 of Colorado players. Last year they had 9 go to the NFL, and only 4 was drafted. 5 was it could have been 5 drafted, 4 was free agents on 10. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's just like a smack in the face to one of the best players in the league ever, Deion Primetime Sanders, who went there, and this goes to the players that left the team and said negative things about it. If they didn't do a good coaching job in Colorado, if the weight room wasn't as good as what you had now, or the work ethic wasn't that good, then how did these motherfuckers get picked on teams for the NFL? That's what I want to know. How did they get picked? You know? And then if they say the work ethic or the training wasn't all that good, they on board the military, they on board the, he brought the goddamn Marines in there for 2 weeks to work his team out. That's why they should have been the best state motherfuckers ever. But I've seen the videos of it. And see, a lot of people that have these podcasts and they be talking shit about Prime and the Colorado program. If you listen to his Sub Well-Off Media videos, you'll see everything goes on there. They don't sugarcoat shit. They show just about everything. Not like private shit, like private conversation, but everything that got to do with football, the operation of football, they show where they eat at. They got 5 chefs. 5 chefs to fix 5 different meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It all depends on what you need to eat. As far as you need people gain weight, you got a soul food cook right here. Put some motherfucking meat on your body. Then you got the nutritionist. Then you got the motherfucker that people that just want to be veggie or whatever. He got 5 different cooks that cooks there. That's why I don't understand. You went to the school and you're gonna go somewhere else a lot on this man. And my thing is, I never made it past my sophomore year of college to try to play ball. But I would respect this man for his football knowledge, his football, his playing age, you know what I'm saying? And just him as a businessman. I would trust him better than any other place I go to. Like Big Jordan Sequin went to LSU and talking all that shit. The media gonna answer these questions. If you don't know how to say next question or no comment, and you just there to try to make motherfuckers happy, or you got that vendetta on your heart. That's why George Sanders spoke out on a lot of these hats that went and did. Then you ain't shit to me. These people treated you the best of the best. They did everything they could to make you happy. But you gonna go somewhere else and you gonna talk shit about it? Man, and see, good Dion, y'all glad it's Dion, because he's a man of God. He ain't gonna never put his people down. He a man of God, right? Plus, he tried to make these young men better than what they is. But the NFL, see, that's one thing about it. These young men today are not seeing what is happening. The NFL is trying to discredit him for the job he's doing, right? To make him look bad. When coaches leave, oh, they left because of Dion. When players leave, oh, they left because of Dion and no winning in the program. You know what I'm saying? No, they didn't leave because of that. Some coaches left for better opportunity. Some coaches left because they wasn't doing their job. And Dion was going to let them go anyway. You know? So all in all, man, y'all got to stop. You see, it ain't just the Gentile. It's us too. I've seen a lot of black podcasts where they're killing this brother, man. They kill him in podcasts. I listen to they be killing. You know? So all in all, man, y'all got to get it better, man. I mean, it's bad enough we fight about 6 wars at one time. 6 wars in the United States. We're fighting. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't gonna get no better. It definitely ain't gonna get no better. So until we get a better heart and start loving one another, if a person ain't doing good, don't talk to that person. Say, hey, you know, I know you know more than me, better than me, but anybody can take advice. The only advice I got is bang, bang, bang. That man will respect you better than you going to the motherfucking cracking media and telling them some shit about your program, you and your family. You know, that's crazy. And I think where it all started at was how fast things went. All right? Okay, you start off in Jackson State for 2 years. You're down there cutting grass, paying half of your salary to get the facilities better. You know what I'm saying? Get new uniforms up in there. You know, make the place a little more classier than what it was. They ain't even got to make the staff out there help you. It's you and your players, the ones that care about you until you out there. I seen a picture of Dion cutting grass with a push mower. With his bad toe. With a push mower. This before his clothes got cut off. You know what I'm saying? They broke in his office and stole his jewelry one time. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, How's all these people hating when he left Colorado? Left Jackson State to go to Colorado. How you get mad at that? I know alumni now from I ain't gonna call school from one of the HBCU that is mad at him and will never get over him because he said he promised them shit. Why you not mad at Ed Reeves? Ed Reeves went down to Bethune-Cookman and told them, I can't coach here. Y'all ain't even got the facilities looking good. Y'all ain't even, my office look like I'm in a motherfucking bodega or either one of them gas station bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Ed Reeves went down there and let them know he told the truth. At least Prime went down there to try to make it better. But he said, this is my start for bigger days. And so when you get to bigger days, motherfuckers don't like that. Y'all want to ridicule the man. Y'all want to run the man out of being a coach. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he can't coach. But he coached his son since he was a little, all his sons, he coached them since they were little. You know, since they was able to sign up for the game. You know? So how you gonna say this man can't coach? He's been around the game since he was a kid. That's a lot of motherfucking years. If Dion is 58, I think that's around his age, because I'm older than him. If Dion's about 58, 60, then you gotta look at it like this, right? He's been coaching and been in football for damn near all his life. He don't know nothing else. He may know other things, but I'm talking about to make money. That's why Colorado paid him, because he's a businessman. He done brought them more money than they ever seen in a couple of decades of having a football program, any sport program in Colorado. He brought enough money to spread the wealth around all programs in Colorado. That's why all programs in Colorado is doing good right now, especially the basketball team. They had a good, successful season last 3 years or 4 years he's been there. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people have intentions of going there or moving the Boulder, be around the atmosphere. People in Denver ain't that far. He started to get a lot of Denver, the football teams in Denver, he started to get a lot of their recruits. He recruiting them too. You know what? The ones that's worthwhile, you know. So all in all, this man built up, but we still trying to tear him down. But he'll never get that negativity from me, due to the point that he's not worth the negativity. And that's true. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely not worth the negativity. If he did something to you or somebody in your family, I understand. You know, but I don't think he did nothing to nobody, you know. We got from Portland, Oregon, Kansas City Chief fan herself. We got the lovely Tiffany Pooh from Portland up in the house. What's going on, PNP? Thank you for coming in. Yeah. Sports done right. Vince says sports podcast becoming the new Real House. Wow, shit. All our black shows just talk shit about people and get into beef and each other. Breakfast Club, Bar, TV, etc. Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that, Vince, and you never lied about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you mentioned that shit, man, because it's getting terrible, man. I mean, I talk about everybody. I don't give a fuck what color you are. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do and you're out there acting like an ass or this and that, I'm speaking on it. I'm not going to drive you to the ground because, you know, people always deserve a second chance in life, you know, or people don't need to be judged every time you see it. You know, you get that one opinion of them and leave it alone, walk on, you know, but they can't seem to do that, you know. But big ups to Coach Prime. Bad job by the NFL, these NFL teams not drafting none of these players because the 6 players that got picked up, the Giants even picked up one. They're the first one to pick up the player. He's a good guy. I mean, I watch Colorado football every game. He's a good guy, and I'm hoping he makes the team. He should be able to make the team because we can use him, you know. But bad job on NFL. And Coach Prime, if you're out there listening or your people listening, man, keep your head up. But I know you're gonna do it anyway. Keep your head up, man. You got a lot of supporters. I met some people that had on some Colorado gear Friday night. And I asked them, I said, you diehard Colorado fan? They said, man, I'm diehard Coach Prime. Wherever he go, I'm down with him. If he in Colorado, yeah, I'm down with them too. You know what I'm saying? And that was good to hear, man. That was big ups, man. You know? Seriously, look at your feed. Black people going after black people. It's like the East Coast, West Coast rival on steroids. Yeah. You ain't never lied about that, man. Especially on Thug Shay Shay. It seemed like Shannon Sharp, my man, you know, he's good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, whatever he did wrong, I never judged him. I never came on and talked about what he did wrong. But I think what he's doing wrong now is letting people come on his show that are of color talk about another people of color and make them look real bad. Look at the Cat Williams situation. That was unnecessary. I didn't even listen to the whole show. I didn't. I listened to probably a third, and I said, "Fuck this, man." But that's all Cat Williams like to do. Cat Williams want to make his show 4 times better than the next comedian by coming out here doing this comedy shit. You know what I'm saying? Getting all these people and blowing up people sets. You know what I'm saying? I said set, but I can get the other word out. You know, blow up their set, make their set look great. You know what I'm saying? When all in all, they set getting regular numbers. But now that Cat was on there, he started to bring some more drama queens on there. Then that's how it's gonna be, man. You know? I'm like this, and y'all know that. On Tuesday night, the Jersey Connect show, when we bring guests on here, we don't bring them on here talking about the bad shit they talk about. We let them advertise themselves and talk about themselves. We may have a couple of questions for them, but it ain't no shit like whenever Sherelle come on. I'm not gonna be like this. Sherelle's it was said that you and Alexander O'Neal had a relationship. Now I heard her in my car tell me that old motherfucker can do nothing for me, but all we can do is do for each other, and that's make this good music and sing. She said, I hang out with all them old motherfuckers. See what I'm saying? Hey, she wouldn't come on here and down him like a lot of people would down him. I wouldn't even ask her what went on, you know, throughout their touring time and shit. Like, I said, this is your shine. This is your show right now. You shine. Whatever's on your mind, you let it out and let us know how you feel about this, feel about that. You know what I'm saying? So, how did you grow up? I know all that, but she told me anything. But she had a nice little ride to get where she's going. And we talked about a lot of things. I just want to bring it to the network and to the people that follows her so they can hear her talk. We should have her on soon, man. I'm not going to sit back and say when or this and that. I'm waiting on her manager to get back to me. And that's one thing about me. I don't sweat people. They'll check in with me and say, hey, we didn't forget about you. I'm like, hey, cool. You know, I'm going to be here. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to be here till these 8 when I'm sitting up here like this. Yeah, I'm still rocking. That's why they call me J Rock. I don't drink no J Rock. I'm still rocking. I'm 80 years old, you know? Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. So I tell people I'm gonna be here. Just, you know, I'm like Dion, I'm not hard to find. Just go to www.builtforthisradio.network and you'll find the website and find us. That's all. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna move on. Let me see. There's something I want to do with time. So, in the NBA, right now, the NBA, like I said, some teams play 3 games, some teams play 4 games, right? The standings right now in the Western Conference, the OKC Thunder, which won the championship last year, are 3 games to none on the Sun. The Suns might as well just say, fuck it, don't play game 4 if y'all want, bang. But they ain't creating shit. The Thunder is having their way with them. The Thunder is, they like really cruising. One of their superstars got, I think he tweaked his hamstring. So we don't know how long he's gonna be out. I think it's just a little tweak. It's not serious. So he probably need a couple of days off and rest. So they shoot it up and wrap it up, and he'll be good to go whenever they go to the next round. But they're about to close this shit out when they play. I don't know if they play tonight or tomorrow night. Whenever they play, they're gonna close it out. But they're playing game 4 in Phoenix. That's a damn shame. You home, all that energy home, you can't win one game. You lose tomorrow night or the night, you done. You know what I'm saying? 4 and done. And the next team is La Lakers, right? They up on the Rockets 3 games to 1. They could have ended the Rockets last night. But a couple of misplays here and there, or either I feel the Rockets last night was playing under Sid's duress. They had to win. KD didn't play again. And what I have to say about KD, people may not like, but KD is the next Blake Griffin. A lot of y'all probably don't know who Blake Griffin is, right? But the ones that know who Blake Griffin is, you know what I mean. Blake Griffin is the guy that jumped over the, I think it was the Hyundai, one of those little cars, Hyundai, I think one of the little Hyundai. Whatever car it was, he jumped over it, but he could never jump and win playoff games for the Clippers back in the day. That's when Doc Rivers was their coach. And Doc had a couple of players always getting hurt around playoff time. Even though KD won 2 championships with the Golden State Warriors, one of the championships he got hurt. And then he really fucked himself up by trying to come back out there, playing off that calf injury and got Achilles. Then after that, he got traded. He ended up going to New Jersey, Brooklyn to play with the Nets. Yeah, it was a Kia. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Kia. All right, thanks Jungle and Vince for putting that out there. Yeah, it was a Kia. That's when Kias first came out, But yeah, man, this is what I don't understand, right? You play a whole season. That's why I say the athletes today are not like the athletes back in the days. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't have equipment and technology that they have today. But we played more. Hurt or whatever, we played. Right? This is my thing. KD, you played all season. Y'all even had rest days. Back in the old NBA, they never had no rest days. They used to ride the bus to some place that was close. They didn't fly every place they went to play. They rode buses, charter buses. You know what I'm saying? Right? All season. You mean to tell me you couldn't keep your cap straight? Huh? Wow, really? People gonna say, well, Chief, anything can happen. They can get hurt any type of way. Yeah, anything can happen. They can get hurt any type of way. Right? There's a couple of athletes that play every game. This year, NBA, every game, start, play every game, and then get injured. It ain't like KD be down there battling up under the boards. KD out there on the ring shooting them jumpers. And once in a while here, shake a motherfucker, if that's what you call it, shake a motherfucker, and take the ball to the hole, But that ain't often. KD's most main thing now is shooting that jump. You know what I'm saying? So for his calf to go, that means he ain't really been stretching and working. You know what I'm saying? I was a track man, so I can tell you about the leg muscle. I know about the leg. I was a track man. And I very rarely had any type of strain, pull muscle, or rolling whatever. You know what I'm saying? I rarely ever had that. You know, and a lot of times you get that at the beginning of the season, like going through training and practices and stuff like that. You'll get that. But back in the days, I'm telling you, when we used to get a hamstring or something like that, we had this stuff called atomic bomb. It was this thick wax on shit. You put it on your leg or whatever hurting, that motherfucker burned. That shit have had you out there playing. Because it's burning so much, you gotta move. You know what I'm saying? They wrap that bitch up with an ace bandage. Man, my goddamn hamstring ain't feel no better. It ain't feel no worse than it did once I put that bomb on it and wrapped it up. Shit, I played through that whole. Only time I felt it is after I finished the game, took a shower, and had to walk home. Woo! You talking about that motherfucker straining? But you know what? Throughout the night, after I had to took a shower at the gym, came home, I iced it down, and I wrapped it back up with some more ointment. But they give you a little one of atomic bomb, take home and wrap it up, man. I wake up next morning, I'm feeling good, man. Like I can run a marathon, you know. So they may have better they may have better stuff to use today, which they say they do, but we had plain simple shit to use back then. The shit worked, you know. Their technology shit is way better today than it was back then. But it seems like we had more people playing. They got more people sitting down. If you were to go do the numbers, how many players didn't play back in, I say from 80 back to the 60s, right? And then from 85 or 89 to now. If you look and see how many players didn't play, the reason they didn't play, or whatever, today time outnumber that by 5 times. 5 times. They outnumber, you know. So my thing is, and I always say it, man, we got these $1 million babies play ball every day. You know, man, we paying $1 million babies to entertain us, and they doing a half a job, man. You know, big up to the ones that do their job and finish up the season, or, you know, don't sit back with fake injuries, or some of them be fake injuries, and entertain them. Big up to y'all. But the rest of y'all motherfuckers, man, y'all go sit in the motherfucking corner and eat some crow with that cone hat on and think about what you fucking doing to people that pay your salary, and if you got any type of paraphernalia out there, you paying for that shit too. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta get better athletes out here. And this is not just an NBA. This is NFL, MLB. MLB ain't that bad. That's one thing about it, because see, MLB paying that guaranteed money. And these jokers right here scared to lose that. You know what I'm saying? They trying to work for another contract. If I finish this contract out strong, I'm gonna get another. You know, they got a incentive, but they know they're gonna get paid a guaranteed contract. You know, big ups to them, man. We got my main man up in here. He's originally from Monk's Corner, but he's in the DMV right now in Virginia. Goes by the name of Fly. What's up, Fly Ty? They may have played, but look at how many of them look horrible, and nobody cares about them. Yeah, you're right about that. A lot of them do look bad, Fly Ty. Some of it is age, and some of it is getting beat up and whatnot in sports games. But you know what they did, though, Fly Ty? They gave us the greatest entertainment we could ever have. I can't say that, man. The games now is athletes. Back then, those games was, man, that was shit. From first gun to last gun was good in football. From first whistle to last whistle was good in the NBA. Baseball. Look at Kirk Gibson. Kirk Gibson couldn't even play the field. Kirk Gibson couldn't come up the bat as many times throughout a game that he would have. Kirk Gibson came up in the 10th inning of a game I think it was the 9th or the 10th. I'm thinking it's the 10th. That's what made it so much a drama, because he wanted an extra inning. And hit a home run and running around the bases limping, pumping his fist. You know what I'm saying? How many motherfuckers doing that today? I'll wait. How many? I'll wait. I ain't seen no games like that today. I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? Analytic is fucking up the game. You know what I'm saying? These coaches so deep into, we're going to do analytics on this, on that, and that. It's fucking the game up, man. Go by what your eyes see and your heart feel as a coach. Go by that. Don't go by no paper, putting machine with stats. Don't go by that shit. Go by what your gut and your eyes tell you. That gut feeling is the best thing you can ever have. You know what I'm saying? Because if you feel it in your gut, you damn near got a winner. You know? That's how I look at it. I don't know how y'all look at it. That's how I look at it. Yeah, man. But let me finish. I ain't even finished with this. See, I can get into a rant and keep going on and on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? And forget to finish out the rest of the shit I was doing. I'm going to finish it out, man. The Spurs, I said Timberwolves lead the Nuggets 3-1. Could Jokic come back? We don't know. The Spurs lead the Trailblazers 3-1. And the Trailblazers might as well, I'm sorry I said this, Tim, they might as well kiss a monkey ass because they done. They done, man. Wemby back? Wemby came back? He took another fall last night, but this one wasn't as bad as the one he took before. Wemby, you got long ass legs, man. You got to. I know you're anxious to be back. You got to take your time, man. Take your time. Let the game come to you. You don't try to force the game. That's why he felt last night. But he's gonna be good though. Over in the East, right? You got the Orlando Magic, and I think that's the only game that's a game behind. So they play tonight. You got the Orlando Magic beating the Pistons 2-1. Who would have thought that? After all this Piston talk, oh, you better watch out. Your Knicks better watch out, man. Pistons beat up on y'all during the season. We played Pistons 3 games. Out of 3 games, we had two of our key starters down to 2 of them. In 1 game, we played them full strength, and they didn't beat us that bad. You know what I'm saying? So, but they getting their ass whooped right now, so that's all what counts. Don't worry about what happened during the season with my team and them. Worry about what Orlando Magic's doing to y'all right now. They dominate now. They're taking the game away from you. They beating your ass like you beat other teams. All right? The Raptors and the Cavaliers. The Raptors got a good team. You know what the Raptors are missing? They are missing a true center that can get you 15, 8, a night. You know what I'm saying? Double a night, 15 and 10. That's what they missing. If they had to play defense against other teams, if they had a center with R.J. Barrett, Scott Barnes, Ingram, quickly whenever he's not hurt, and they got a bunch of young players that you don't even know who they are, where they came from on the team. They got a nice nucleus, and then they got they coach. I think their coach is Russian. I don't know if he's Russian, Ukraine. Well, he's a European from somewhere over there. And he knows the game. I mean, he coaches them and they understand. And I seen a lot of their games this year. He does a good job. I give him that. He does a good job. Big ups to him. The Toronto Raptors tied Cleveland 2-2. Now they go back to Cleveland. Like I said, Knicks and Hawks is 2-2. We go back to New York tomorrow night. The State Farm Arena, which is down here in Atlanta, Georgia, sound like the Mecca of the South. And this guy named Home Team Brandon Lee, I don't know if he listens to the show, but I know a lot of people that know Brandon Home Team Lee, right? Knows him and tell him what I'm about to say. Home Team used to be the first producer of the 2 Line School when they had him working the late night show like the evening show, like from 8 to 12 or 8 to 11 or 7 to 11, whatever shift that was, they used to work the night shift. And it was like the dungeon hours, like he was in the basement, you know. But he used to be their producer, right? He moved on to be bigger things now. He works, he does color analysis. He does a lot now. He works the radio, he worked the TV a little bit, you know. So he's doing this thing. He had a nerve to come on after game 3 in Atlanta. This what's the name of this place? No, what they call Madison Square Garden? McCullough Garden. Man, shut the fuck. I'm talking about CJ McCullough. McCullough Garden. McCullough. You know, he laughing, you know, real funny. McCullough. I said, Michael Jordan is the only one that really dominated Madison Square Garden when he went there. Because Mike had a brand. Mike was a competitor. After he knew he had to go against Patrick Ewing, John Starks and them boys, man. Oakley and goddamn Grandmama, I can't think of his name right up there. You know, he had to go against a lot of motherfucking villains on the net. So he came to play and ended up getting, when he came back from playing baseball, he got double nickels. So, CJ, it ain't you saying this, is your cloney ass fan saying this, right? CJ, don't let them put your name on something that you ain't did hardly shit, eh? You know what I'm saying? You had one good ass game, man, and they trying to make you out to be the villain. You know what I'm saying? That man said, I'm a husband and I got a husband and 2 daughters. You know what I'm saying? Let the man be who he is. You give the man a title, that's why the man getting beat up on it. Because game 4 down here, he got beat up. He was getting, and the man said, the announcer said, those take tolls throughout the series. So, Hawks they getting beat up. The Knicks are finally starting to force their weight and their strength on it. And you can see the Hawks going down tomorrow night. And they may not never recover because when they come back to the Garden of the South, I think either that Thursday or Friday, they come back to the Garden of the South. We don't take it. We don't take it in 6. While you have motherfuckers talking about the Hawks in 6. Shit, you should have really been saying the Knicks in 6. I had the Knicks in 5, not knowing that we was going to lose those 2 games by 1 point and had a chance to get the last shot. And didn't complete the last shot. One of them, we couldn't even get a shot off. The other one, we had the wrong man with the ball in his hand. You know? And Jungle Brother hit me up yesterday. And he said, ask me a question. Said, Chief, they don't need to, you know, I'm hoping I may not be saying it right, but in these words, they don't need for Mike Brown shouldn't bench Bridges, which he shouldn't. Bridges played the whole season. He's an Iron Man. He hasn't missed a game since he's been in the NBA, right? They shouldn't bench Bridges, you know, because of his play right now. And I think they shouldn't either. What they need to do, all the coaches, that's Brunson too, Rick Brunson, and Rick Brunson got in his son ass. And I'm glad he did that because I always knew he'd do that because I watched all of Nick games. He got in his son ass Saturday night for something he did. And I mean, he was in that motherfucker like, I'm your father. You better listen to what the fuck I say. You know what I'm saying? Jalen says little things back, but he was all in Jalen ass, and Jalen just threw the towel to the bench and then went back out on the court. Because he know his father ain't playing. His father was like that when he was a kid coming up. He used to tell him, I'm going to be out here with you, but you're going to do the things you need to do to be better. I'm going to just watch you. If you don't do it better, when practice over with, I'm going to tell you that you ain't do that. We ain't going to sit here and correct shit. We want you to go through all the drills. And then I'll let you know when you was strong with drill, you was strong at, which one you was weak at. That's a good part of the coach. Pick up to Rick Brunson. But no, don't bench him because he can play D like a motherfucker. And he's a scorer, but he's just scared to go to the hole because he don't want to get hurt. You can't play that type of ball, bitch. But I wouldn't sit you on the bench because you are an asset. You know? Jones said, problem with the Raptors, they got 3 starters that play the same. Yeah, there's a lot of teams like that, Jungle. Barnes, Barrett, and Ingram. Yeah, they all play the same position. But you know one thing they all do too, Jungle? They all can bring the ball down the court. So whoever's the point guard on the team, if he hurt now, or if he there and needs some rest, you got 3 big men that can do that play. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say that team gonna be good. If they keep the nucleus with the young talent they got, just go get them a motherfucking center. They're gonna be hell in the East next year. They definitely gonna be hell, man. Big up to Toronto Raptors, man. They got 2 former Knicks on there that's doing good, man. RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly, man. I hated losing both of those, but it was to make our team better. We had to do what we had to do, and that's real talk. We got OG Amanama, man. OG is the beast, man. God damn, OG a beast. I think he had that type of quality because he can play the hell out of a man on defense. But offensively, he's strong, man. Let him do his thing. If Cat don't have balance going to the hole, OG is showing how to get that balance. But I'm glad Cat stepped up this past Saturday night. It's about time. You ain't got to feel that too strong and all that. Do what you do. Get your ass up because you already get knocked down on the floor. Get your ass up and run down the court. We don't need to see Superman and we don't need to see the Hulk and all that shit. You made a good play, move, strong move, take your ass back down the court. That's all. We don't need short. We need to win. That's what we need to do. And we got a lot of winning to do if we want to get that trophy to match the one we want to make season. All right? So we got to play some ball, man. See, you know, all in all, man, I always wanted to be a coach, man. Because I know all 3 sports. I even track, if you want to call it track and sport. I know all 3 sports. And I just don't like the way how a lot of coaches approach the game these days. You know? Because I sit back, I judge them too. I sit there and write notes on these motherfuckers in my head. I ain't got no pen. I ain't got time for that. I got something else in my head. But I ain't got time to sit there and write no more. I think about that shit, man. I study that shit, what they doing, how they doing, and where they're wrong. You know? I got over 100 motherfucking wrong clips on Mike Brown right now. But I would never down him like the media and a lot of black folks do. I would never do that. Probably not. But there's some things, Mike, you got to shape up and get better. And see, that's why I say him and Rick Brunson need to get together one-on-one. But that wouldn't be right because you got other coaches, you know. But it's hard to try to get a lot of points out. You got a lot of other coaches because everybody putting out points. So if he get with Rick Brunson and both of them watch the film together, because they going to talk like 2 fathers, because Mike Brown got, I think, daughters that's athletes. 2 fathers that have kids out there that play ball. And the team is your kids too. I don't care if they grown men or not. They still kids when they come playing this game. You know what I'm saying? Get together and talk about it. Analyze it and criticize. Do that, you'll know how you're going to handle the next game. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to wait. You're going to jump on every little thing between your team and the ref. You definitely got to jump on the ref. You got to keep them bitches busy because the referees will fuck up a wet trigger you left. Yeah, fuck it right on up without a hesitation. But like I said, let me see, do what I stopped at. The Celtics up on the Sixers, 3 games to 1. And that's all the games is 8 games and 16 teams. After this round, we'll be down to 8 games. No. We'll be down to 4 games and 8 teams after this round. And that's what's up, man. Playoff is moving. Hey, man, The fucking whole world is moving. It's almost May. May 1st is Friday. And to everybody out there that don't know, May 1st is a celebrational date for me. But May 1st is my mother's birthday. And she's not here no more. But for her birthday, I always, say a prayer to her, talk to her, and I go get her favorite drink. I go get me a bottle of Cavassier and a 6-pack of Sam Adams. That was her drink she loved before she passed. That's what she was sipping on. So I'm gonna go get that Friday and the whole weekend drinking Sam Adams and Cavassier. You know what I'm saying? I may even call Buster and tell him, come on and sing that motherfucker for me. Pass that Cavassier. Pass the Cavassier. Hey, Buster! I like that song. I love that Cavassier song, man. Definitely that, man. But also, Thursday is her oldest sister's birthday. The oldest sibling was on, the second oldest was her brother was the oldest, the only brother she had. But her oldest sister's birthday was on April 30th. Her birthday, and she the youngest daughter, is May 1st. So the oldest girl and youngest girl birthday was the day apart. That's some shit right there. I could never believe that, because I'll go around and say happy birthday to my aunt one day, and next day celebrate birthday with my mom. That was what's up, man. Definitely that. And both of them loved me to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? She had 4 kids, but out of her 4 kids, she loved me like I was her. I got not to pat myself on the shoulder or nothing like that, but I had that suave in me where I meet people today. They look at me, they stare at me, and then when they conversate at me, they end up liking me. So I wonder what that is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I hate to pat myself on the shoulder. I'm not trying to brag or nothing like that. But the shit happens. I find myself sometimes asking my son when we walk into somewhere and motherfucking eyes on me. I'm like, what the fuck going on? Is Denzel with me or something? Denzel at, That's the only person I want to walk in the room with me. Is Denzel. When Denzel go in the room, he get plenty of attention, man. All that shit he done made, he got motherfuckers loving them, hating them, or want to touch them. So that's how I feel like sometimes I walk through a room and all eyes on me. I'm like, I'm not the bashful person like a lot of people get shy and put their head down and be walking. I walk through that motherfucker like, oh, yeah. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, I'm here. Oh, y'all wait for me? Okay. Yeah, that's shit, man. But all in all, man, times used to be great, times used to be fun, but now, it's so miserable out here these days. You know what I'm saying? I'm just hoping that I can be an influencer with others to influence people to start loving one another again. Let's get happy. Let's have fun. Remember family reunions out in the park and shit, or wherever, you know what I'm saying? Just hanging out with other people, cooking and eating, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gotta be a family reunion holiday or nothing like that. It's just a get together. Hey, we had a hard week. Let's go to the park. Let's go do this, do that. Remember them days? Those were the days that you can never get back unless you recreate them. And you gotta have love in your heart to recreate scenes like that, because we all loved each other back then. If we fought each other, it wasn't like they fight now, shooting up and killing motherfuckers. We fought with our hands, or motherfucker hit somebody with a stick or something, and that's it. It was over after that. And we was back to being friends. That shit is far from that now. That's what I hate about society today, because we don't know how to forget and forget. Things gonna happen. Things gonna happen. Rome wasn't built in a day, and everybody don't have to love everybody. Just love the ones that give love back. You know, that's how I look at it. Definitely. This past weekend, man, on the news tip, this past weekend, man, y'all favorite president, yeah, a lot of y'all vote for him, your favorite president. He fucked up. He fucked up, man. And the reason I say he fucked up, even though the assault was on him, why throwing yourself out in public like that? Anybody see you, man. People just get tired of you, man. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised you walk up under the chandelier, that bitch fall, but just tired of it. You know what I'm saying? And this guy been planning this for a minute, but he came from out of Cali. Why y'all come from out of Cali and don't know how to finish the job or do the job right? The second motherfucker came to Cali to kill the motherfucker. Oh, the other one killed the motherfucker, but there was other things he's supposed to do he wasn't able to do. You know what I'm saying? You come out here to do a job and do it, don't do it right. You know? Because I'm gonna put it to you like this. People say, I don't condone this man. I'll put it to you like this. Whatever happened to this man right here, he deserves it. And the only reason I say that is you fucking so many people's lives up. Hey, what's the sense of even being around people? Because you fucking up people's lives. You killing 1 million of people just for your funky ass to get all this fame and glory and think that you the man. You know, that shit ain't legit, man. It ain't even cool. But you got people in the White House scared to be on this motherfucker. When y'all gonna get some nuts up in the White House and get together and get them out of it? There's ways you can do it. Because if there's ways y'all do other things, that's just like Bush, the last Bush, the son that was in the house. When Michael Vick didn't show up to the White House to see the kids that they had it planned for him to do, he gonna meet the president and see the kids. Mike sent his mom, since she was in the DMV area, and she was still in Virginia. He sent his mom to represent him while he was down in Miami, advertised. Okay, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I ain't gonna sit here and give Mike no excuses. But you down in Miami doing the thing instead of thinking about the kids. You know what I'm saying? The kids was the future. The kids are more important than some of that shit you probably doing in Miami. And then you come through the Miami airport on your way back to Atlanta, and the media said, Mike, what you think, Mike, why you dish the president and the kids like that, man? They said, the president mad at you. He said, I'm Mike Vick, bitch. Really? Really? Man, I don't give a fuck what the circumstances are. I don't give a fuck how people fucked over you in your life. You don't do that, man. Not on national TV. The news that's going to put that on all their affiliates all across the country and shit. And you don't come through the airport and say some shit like that. No, you can't do that. Mike didn't have good PR people. That's what happened to Mike. He didn't have good PR people. But if he had good PR people, he would have made better investments and he would have known how to handle the media in different situations. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know how to do that. And Mike can tell you he had problems with that. He wish he could have got that better, you know, with his career. You know? Definitely that, man. We got a Unicorn, number 10. I'm gonna just put it like this. Hey Vaughn, number 10. Thank you for coming in. I ain't gonna try to pronounce the whole name. You know what I'm saying? Chief Rock have some problem pronouncing some of these names sometimes, but I'm just glad you came through. You look like you're new to the show. And I thank you for coming in. You know, definitely that. I hope you can come to more. Tell a friend, tell another friend, tell a friend. Hey, by the way, man, while y'all all up in here or while y'all listening in the background, hit that like and share button, please. Do that. Please hit that. I never really asked for that. But somebody told me I need to start doing that more, But I don't be caring about it, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, at the end of the show, people, a lot of numbers don't. So, as long as I see I have people that I put a little something in their ear or influence them or whatever, they heard a story, I'm happy because they was here to do that. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, man, life moves on and we don't move, you know. And by the way, man, check out this Built for This Network website, man, that was created by Poetic Sin. I'm gonna let y'all see it and then I'll be right back with you. But she worked hard, blood, sweat, and tears to do this, man. Show us some love by hitting the subscribe button. Pull it up, hit the subscribe button.
Hey, okay, yeah. Hey, I'm built for this, I get it rockin' like the Chief do. Two-step king, Mukadeen and truck V2. Color clean, pull up white thing, looking see-through. Bust a bus banging on the speaker, it get lethal. It don't be broad, but we can really get specific. Tell me what you really know about DJ Purplish. Poetic Sense, Tony Sanchez, they bringin' heat. They in the zone every time like the ENT. Game on Smash, got the padlock to it. It's for the strong, not the weak, even Madlock knew it. And if they think somebody better, they been sipping on fluid. And ain't no party like a party with the madhouse moving. Okay, we built for this, built for this, built for this. We too built for this, built for this, built for this. For the strong, not the weak, we too built for this. Let's go.
We are Built for This Network for the strong, not the weak. Welcome to Built for This Network, where we inspire, empower, and motivate. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch at Built for This Network. Streaming 24 hours, 365 on Roku streaming app and Amazon Fire TV. Also join the movement at BuiltForThisRadioNetwork.com. We are Built for This Network, for the strong, not the weak.
Yeah. Built for this, man. We trying to hang with the big boys, man. You know what I'm saying? And only way you do that, you gotta keep pushing it. You gotta keep pushing yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's like I tell these athletes. Only way you're gonna be able to get numbers like the big boys, you gotta start being like them. You gotta push. You gotta work hard. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're trying to do. Trying to make things happen and let things figure out itself throughout time. Definitely. Also, we got a marathon coming up. I'm gonna see if I got the flyer for that marathon. Yep, there you go. We got autistic marathon going on, and I can't even pull it up. What's going on here? Let me see something. Let me. And I forgot to come back to the stage. You know, just make sure you come and donate. That's the main thing. You know, the music is always going to be there every week, from Thursday to Sunday with us. You know, you don't see it on the screening like you do our podcast shows because of the radio infringement. You know, but check them out, Mixcloud and Twitch. That's why I said pull up our website. You'll see when they're coming on in time, and then once in a while you'll see their music on there too. So definitely check them out, man. It ain't nothing to it but the truth, you know. So back to I'm gonna end this Trump talk. I don't really like talking about him. I hate that I got orange on. If my team didn't have orange in it, I wouldn't even have it on because it seems like that's representing the orange man. And I don't want nothing to represent him. But a lot of people don't want him around no more. And I would never condone nobody taking nobody's life. But you keep fucking and shitting over people like you're doing it. Somebody gonna get, if they don't get you, God is working on you now. But if you look at the motherfucker, he got his makeup on. He got lots of makeup on because he got a lot of shit he's trying to hide. His health is not that great, you know. He always talk about Biden health. Your health ain't no more better, you know. So either way it goes, I'm just hoping, not saying hoping something happens. I'm just hoping he don't finish his term, you know, because without him hitting around doing the president shit, you know, because he's the only president that seems like he got more power than the House and Senate. You know, the way he going around there, no other president doing what he ever did, because he telling them to fuck off. I'm the president. I run this shit. Instead of as it's supposed to be a team thing with the White House and the president. It's not that. He called and shot. You know, until one of the judges said, you can get locked up for the shit you just did. Then he'll change his tune. You know, he'll never apologize, but he'll change his tune. You know, but man, fuck him, man. I'm about sick of him, man. Listen, man, in Georgia, this is high school prom season right here. And, you know, I never thought you know, the way these kids be wearing hoodies and skull caps and bubble coats and, you know, heavy sweats in the summertime. I never knew that you can see them dress up like they do. I mean, they wearing shit that's like, I mean, shit. But see, back in my day, we wore shoes. They wear sneakers today with suits. But the way they be dressing up, going to get this gear, and the gear costs a lot of money. Shit, my mom's with me in motherfucking tux. And the goddamn pants was too short. They hemmed them too short. So I had some high waters on. But I bought another pair of pants. So after prom, we went out with another pair of pants. I'm walking around there like a motherfucking clown with goddamn high waters on. And the people that don't know what high waters is, I got to explain a lot of shit. They are pants that's over your ankle. They wear that shit now because that's that European shit. But back then when I was graduating and went to the prom, my shit was supposed to be down to my shoes and then what? I don't know what the fuck this motherfucker did when he talking about measurement. He must have been on some serious shit, right? But yeah, I went to the prom like that. Well, hold up. This is something new right here, right? A couple, it could have been two couples, flew to the prom in a helicopter. What the fuck? Hold up. I was in a helicopter squadron in the Navy, and I had to ride on a helicopter a couple of times, coming off the ship. And I ain't never wanted to ride one of them bitches like that. That motherfucker was, I don't know how the helicopter, these other helicopters did, but being up in the air in a little piece of toy shit like that shit ain't no fun. They may be heavy and all that, told them toy, because any good wind can blow them away. And a lot of things can happen. You know, so yeah, that kind of scared me. That kind of scared me. Excuse me, people. See, that's when you don't have no help. You got to do shit like this. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to do your own everything and shit. So I got 1,000 motherfucking messages, but I can't get to a bitches today. I mean, not while the show going on. I just got to do this one thing right here, because it's something that I need to do. You know, but all in all, I'm back. I'm back, man. Yeah, man, but that was strange. But all in all, man, I've seen a lot of. I even took a couple of couples to go get their hair done. And they were talking about all the stuff they're gonna have for prom, what they were doing, this and that. They spend a lot of money these days, man. I heard a mother say she after getting everything for a daughter prom. Here it is the day of the prom. She need her hair done, nails done, feet done, and something else. And I ain't got no more money. I said, well, that husband would have been working a part-time job to help get that. But she better go find her dad. He had out there in the street. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nowhere in hell. I'm spending all my last money that I need to get back and forth to work, get gas for the car, or eat a little lunch, or whatever. A little mercy money. I'm not spending my last to satisfy her for her. I'll be like, what have you done for me lately? Huh? What have you done for me lately in order for me to continue spending money on you for prom that already been spent over $2,500 on you? You know? Yeah, my touch was probably like $60 and you get 20 back when you bring the touch back. Or shoes, they ain't cost that much. You know what I'm saying? So our prom was cheap. And I rode with another couple, you know. I ain't had no car. I ain't had nobody to let me hold a car. So I had to ride with somebody else, man. But hold up. Check this shit out. After the prom, the people I rode with, they didn't want to do the going over New York thing, right? So they dropped us all off. You know, everybody that didn't want to go to New York, and they had people ride with us. They dropped a bunch of us off at the train station. We took the PATH train over to New York with 42nd Street and went to this club called Starship, right there by Port Authority, bus station. And man, we had a ball up in that motherfucker there. I think we left out of that motherfucker. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. But you got clubs like that in New York. Starship, Garage, I think what's the name of the other one? Roseland, I think, was like that too. There was probably one or two more like that. It's just that it's been so long, I haven't been, you know, to them spots in a long time. You know, look, I was down here since '98 in Georgia, so you know it's been a while since I've been clubbing up there. So I forgot a lot of the old names, but sometimes people be running them off. I'm like, yeah, I've been there. I've been there. Shit, back in the days, I was a party. I'm still a party. I ain't losing. It's just I'm getting a little, you know, older. You know, the knee ain't like it used to be. You know what I'm saying? I can still dance. It's just that the next day, you know, I'm gonna have to be rubbing that knee down. You know, you still don't have that oxygen in you that you used to have. How you used to get. Shit, I used to get dance 5 records before I go get me a drink and sit down. You know what I'm saying? But ladies and gentlemen, way out there west, on that West Pacific area, we got the lovely Tiffany P&P up in the house. What's up, P&P?
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, there she go. The lady of the hour, too sweet to be sour. What's going on with you this morning?
Oh man, I'm just trying to get through the day here at work.
Ooh,
This is my
wow, look at
office.
her. Look at her. Look at
This is my office, y'all.
looking all suave this morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I keep all my Chiefs stuff. Everything is Chiefs
Yeah.
in here, baby. Everything is
Oh,
Chiefs,
okay.
Chiefs, Chiefs, Chiefs. But that's my
Yeah.
office, y'all.
Wow. I see you got a window behind you. At least you get some sunshine. Huh?
Yeah, but I keep my
Yeah.
back to it because otherwise I want to be out there, right?
Right. Yeah, you got to keep your back to it. But you be looking out the window like this.
Yeah,
What if I can go
yeah.
out that motherfucker and take me a gummy and hit me some of that good shit and just walk around in that sunshine? That's what
Yeah.
I be doing.
I keep my pen in my truck, so whenever it gets to be too much, I just gotta make it to the parking lot.
Right. Definitely that, definitely. But we brought Tiffany on because we ain't had her on a long time. And Tiffany know her shit when it comes down to her team's a sports period. You know, I just want you to analyze what your team did to get back to where they gonna be. But they didn't do a good job. I've spoken on it earlier.
Yeah, I was not expecting this out of the team, going barring that we didn't have Dame for the entire season. Scoot
Right.
Henderson was hurt most of the season. And we lost Shaden Sharp for a few crucial games, but
Right.
I didn't like the outcome yesterday. Of course, that we lost another big lead going into the
Right.
third quarter.
Yeah.
I believe we were in on the third row. Let's see, the third floor. We were in the box seats, so I got to see everything. And that was just awesome. We had a nice spread and everything. And the first half of the game, it was jumping. It was energetic. It felt like my heart was going to
Wow.
beat out of my chest.
Yeah.
And we get to the third quarter, and we didn't score until it was about
Yeah.
2.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. And we lost another double-digit lead. I think it was up to even 17 points at halftime. And
Right.
then going into the fourth quarter, we were down again. So it was just ooh boy, it was deflating. It was hard. It was a hard pill to swallow. But like I said, I didn't expect us to be here anyway, especially after our coach getting arrested after our very first
Ooh,
game
man.
of the season.
Wow.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that's been our motto. No matter what team we've had, the Blazers will compete to a certain point, and a lot of times we've lost a lot of leads. Even if you look at the Jail Blazers documentary, which I've only been able to watch the first 15 minutes, I tell you that stuff is still raw in us.
Yeah, definitely.
Losing that lead to the Lakers that we had in the Western Conference Finals. We lost twice to Detroit. We lost to Detroit in a championship game. We lost to the Bulls in a championship game. So we always come up short. And in each of those games, if you guys go back, we did have the lead going into the fourth quarter. Sometimes double-digit leads, and we always seem to lose them. I don't know if it's because our youth. I don't know if it's because we've always had passive coaches. We've never had a coach like a Coach Pop or George Carl or Chuck Daly. Some coaches that will put their foot in their asses of their stars and bring out the best in them. We've never had that. We've always had these nonchalant coaches like Mo Cheeks and Nate McMillan, the quieter type of dude, the beta type of dudes, I would say. So I don't know if that's a point of it, but we always lose these leads because you can see that we were competing against this drunk giraffe. I call him the drunk giraffe. He looks like a drunk giraffe, and he was just flopping all over the place. But when he wasn't flopping, he was coming in at 7-foot Jesus and giving people the business, dunking after dunking after dunking. The first 3 possessions he had coming back into the third quarter after halftime, he gave us 3 straight dunks, and it was like nothing. It was like you playing against Camille when Camille was 8.
Oh yeah.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, domination.
Domination. I don't know how you stop him, and he's skinny like a supermodel. Ugh, he just gross. His hands are down past his knees. It's just ugh.
Yeah. Ain't that
But look,
special
I
too?
wouldn't mind having a look.
Yeah. Hey, I'll work them better than they working them. That's the real boy. But you got a chance to see a playoff game in a suite. Woo.
Yeah, that was
Hey,
nice.
who the hell you know?
Well, actually, my sister, my big sister India, she is on the board of a charity which she and her childhood friends, they all been friends since first grade. They have they have an organization that's called Supporting Our Society. And what they do is take girls that are kind of like at risk youth. So they fighting, they talking back to their moms, they have behavior problems, they have problems with their grades, maybe they're going with gangbangers, maybe they date dudes that are take them around down the wrong track. And then they come into their lives when they're about 7th or 8th grade. And then they stay with them until they graduate and they become butterflies. So you see these girls that are like tough, on drugs, been to JDH, cussing out their mom, cussing out the teacher. And by the end of their high school experience, they're graduating, some with honors. And my sister takes them. They take them on field trips. They just recently took the train up to Seattle, just show them different experiences. They take them to hair salons and shut down the hair salon, get their hair done. They show them how to do a business adventures. So now these girls are running those digital. You've seen them at these places and events where they have the camera and it spins all around you, and you get all these different features. So now they take those to their high schools and they make money. And so that's a beautiful program. Now, the biggest thing that they do is they do these coat drives. So they get like Columbia Sportswear, which is a Oregon. Have y'all ever heard of Columbia Sportswear down there?
No.
Columbia Sportswear. Okay. So they get all these donations from Nike and stuff like that, and they give them to the people who are less fortunate in the community. They do that once a year. So because of the work that they do in the community, the Blazer organization gives them a suite.
Wow, that's big. And just you sitting here talking about the program and what your sister do and how the girls are responding, we may need her on the Jersey Connect show one night so we can have her come in and talk about that, because we don't talk about, because see, that's the thing I like to do, Tip. I want to work with the youth, but see, I need some more people with me to organize this so that we can work one-on-one with them. And it's a bunch, not just me getting one or two guys. I want a bunch of them. So, because a lot of times you get a bunch, that's creating another village of family. We need more of that out here today. So if she ever gets some time, mention it to her. She ever get time, let me know. We definitely
I will.
Yeah, but that's big what you're doing too, as far as supporting her and also supporting your team. You know what I'm saying? Because as long as I've been living, Portland always had a good basketball franchise.
Yeah, that's our only major. Well, we have a soccer team. And we won a championship with them, and we have lost the championship to Atlanta. But that's our major sports team. Portland is the Blazers is everything to us here.
Right.
They bring the culture. They bring, Portland is only 5% black, so they bring the culture that the city does need, and we're in the hood, and they go to the hood schools. They don't spend all their time out in the suburbs and stuff. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's a big one, because out in the suburbs, even though you got some people that is struggling a little bit, but ain't nobody struggling like they're in the hood.
Right.
And that's where most of the concentration needs to be at. It's in the hood and whatnot. But that's big. I love that. I love hearing stories like that, due to the fact that we need more in our lives like that. But we're gonna get on the monkey in the room right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's the goddamn Kansas City Chiefs, your one and only beloved football team ever. You know what I'm saying? And they did a great job. I guess your boy ready to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So he want to build that team up to pass it on to somebody so that they can continue being great. But they're gonna do something this year. That can't do the team. What's up with them?
Well, I thought we went a little high in our pick to get that cornerback. I think he
Right.
would have been there regardless, and to give up 3 picks for him, I just hope that he serves his purpose. But I
Right.
understood that we had to shore up Trent McDuffie spot, who we got rid of, and
Right.
we are rebuilding on the defensive end. And uh, my former father-in-law played for the Kansas City Chiefs. That's why I'm a fan of the team. So my last ex-husband, I've been married a few times. My last ex-husband of 17 years, we were together. His father, Woodrow Green from Jefferson High School, was a number one draft pick. He was the 27th draft pick back in 1970. Blah, 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 blah. So when I
Oh,
lived,
okay.
yeah. So when I lived,
Okay.
yeah, Woodrow Green. I think he was in the same draft class as Marino.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I remember
number
him.
27 draft pick
Yeah.
overall. But
Yeah.
I love the Chiefs. I've been in the Chiefs when we were bad, when we had Elvis Garbage. I call him Garbage. And
Yeah.
so
I
I go
remember
back
that.
there.
Elvis.
I saw Derek Thomas play. I
Right.
was fortunate enough to see Neil Smith play and things of that nature. So I go back to when we were horrible. We were horrible. And I'm just excited. Going 6-11 last season was humbling.
Welcome
It
to the
was,
club.
yeah,
Welcome to the
I had got used to
club.
being the AFC West
Right.
champion,
Yeah.
the AFC champion period.
Right.
Going
Right.
to 5 Super Bowls out of the 8 years that we had Patrick Mahomes. That was amazing and stuff. So
Yeah. Big time.
I'm excited to see what this brings. I only watched the first round because I had my granddaughters this weekend, but um, we did need some defensive shoring up, but we have to have an offensive tackle to protect Mahomes, and I hope we get
Right.
that. Whether that's through free agency is left to be seen. But that Jawan Taylor, he was good garbage. He would either get a holding penalty or a false start
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
single snap,
Yeah. He
and that
fucked
can't
y'all up.
happen. He's
Yeah.
out of here.
How
So we
about
got
your
to.
How about your quarterback you picked up?
I think he's
Now
going
you
to be
picked up
back.
two. You got two of them. You got two
Yeah,
quarterbacks you picked up. You picked
I
up
heard that.
Justin Fields and the one you drafted. I'm trying to think who you drafted.
I think that Justin Fields will probably manage the game well. Hopefully, he can protect the ball and
Right.
keep a hold of that ball. But that boy
Yeah.
was making good strides. He was making good strides at Pittsburgh before they got rid of him.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to him probably starting the first 3 games, and then maybe
Uh-huh.
Mahomes will be back. Hopefully by
Right.
October, Mahomes be back,
Oh.
and he's not only just my beloved quarterback, he is also my birthday twin. You
Yeah,
know that,
that's
right?
that's no boy. That's what's up. Your
Yeah,
quarterback and y'all
Patrick
got the
Mahomes
same
was
birthday.
born on my
Yeah.
yes, and he was raised 45 miles away in Tyler, Texas, 45 miles away from where I was raised in Texas. So
What?
I'm from Portland,
You
but I
know
was raised
what?
in Texas.
You know what we got to do this season? We got to get a petition out saying, Mahomes, you're gonna have to party with your number one fan
Number
and
one.
been the number one fan of the team for years, as long as I've known her for 12 years. You got to get with Tiffany and y'all do something for her birthday and your birthday. That'll
Yeah.
be big. We got to do that one day. I'm thinking
It
about
was meant to be. It was meant to be. And you know that
it.
my beloved bear, you guys know
Yeah,
him as Noel Brackett on Facebook,
yeah,
but my
right.
beloved bear, his team is the Baltimore Ravens, and Lamar Jackson was born on his birthday. So both of our quarterbacks
Right,
were born on our birthday. I kid you
Hold
not.
up.
You can't make
Hold
this.
up. I see that.
Yeah.
What?
And that's something. It was meant to be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
Lamar
definitely
Jackson
was.
is born on Bear's
Yeah.
birthday, and Patrick Mahomes is born on my birthday. So it gets
And,
real. It gets real in my household,
and, it,
and
and
every
it,
time we travel to Arrowhead, yeah.
yeah, and the thing about it, both of y'all are older than the quarterbacks.
Yeah, of course we are. Yeah. Of course we
Yeah,
are. We've been fans for 30 years of our teams, and then
yeah,
we get
yeah.
blessed with these awesome quarterbacks. It's just amazing.
That is, yeah, definitely amazing. Wow, Tim. But tell us a little something about Portland, because I watched the Jailblazers, and they
You watched
showed a
it all
lot
the
of,
way to the
yeah,
end.
all the way through. And they showed different parts of Portland out in the streets of the city and all that. So tell us about the modern day Portland. What it's like to live out
Okay. So I guess it's like, it's a predominantly white city. It's a predominantly white state. Well, this is a
there. Right.
predominantly white country, but more
Yes,
so
yes.
is they are liberal for the most part. Um,
Mhm.
so we have been blessed to have black people, even though we're 5% of the population here. We've
Right,
had black lieutenant mayors. We have a black leader of the city council. We have a
right.
black Supreme Court justice. We have black
Mm,
state senators and all of that. So we run a lot of the policy, which
right.
is really unheard of because you can go to places like Jacksonville, Mississippi, or
Yeah.
places that like
Uh-huh.
fluorescent outside of St. Louis, Missouri. They're like 70% black cities, right? But there's never
Yeah.
been a black captain of police. We've had three. We've had a black female captain of the
Mm,
fire department and stuff. So we run a lot of public policy, which is
right.
a blessing. We have a lot of black people that are um, in high income brackets, like the vice president of the Blazers, and things of that nature. The
Right.
vice president of Nike,
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So it's kind of different in that way, but it's a very expensive place to live. So our minimum wage is just went up to about $16. It's
Mm,
about $17. Our minimum wage here in the
mm,
city of Portland is about $17. So
yeah.
that gives you an aspect of how much it costs to live here if your minimum wage has to be almost triple that of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
federal
Yeah.
minimum wage, which is $7.25 an hour. You
Yeah.
can't pump your own gas here. That's illegal. Uh, we have a dispensary on every block, sometimes two dispensaries on every block. So the whole city
Yeah.
smells like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Shit. Up in
And
smoke,
it's
huh?
very beautiful. It's very beautiful. And
Yeah.
everybody's an outdoors person. Everybody has a dog.
Mm-hmm.
We're called the city of roses because roses grow wildly in Portland. So
Right.
we have the second largest rose garden in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So everybody just has roses in their yards, their backyards, just
Wow.
roses that grow. So it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah. Wow. That's why they call it the rose garden, because y'all rosy, huh? That's
Yes,
what's up.
yes,
And I
yes,
love roses too. I love to give them. I love the rose petals where I can do an eye and do on them.
yeah,
Yeah, roses are one of the best flowers out.
yes. So
And
we're located in the valley, and
okay,
that means that we are on the one side is the Pacific Ocean. On the other
mhm,
side is Mount Hood. Mount Hood is the second largest mountain in America.
right,
Up north from us, that's where St. Helens is, which erupted in 1980, August
yeah,
of 1980. So we live
mhm,
between two volcanoes in the ocean. So
right,
that makes it like a rainforest. If you think of like we used to have this show called Grimm. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of that show called Grimm,
right,
but it's all about the fairy tales like um, Little Red Riding Hood and the
okay,
Three Wolves. So if you imagine anything like that, Hansel and Gretel, stuff like
hmm,
that. So
yeah,
that's how the whole city looks like a forest, a
enchanted. Oh,
a
okay,
rainy forest of
yeah,
enchantment.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
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 which means it's a great place for
yeah.
serial killers. So there's a lot of serial
Ooh,
killers out here. There's a
yeah,
lot of bodies
yeah,
that are,
yeah.
people be jogging at night and there's nothing to see a body in the forest every morning.
Right.
That's not
Well,
out of the
see,
ordinary.
at
But
night
yeah,
I'll be getting fucked up or going to sleep at night, so you ain't gotta worry about me out there at night. But
yeah,
me and the crown holder, DJ Knox, we're gonna start doing little trips. We gotta make it out to see you, and we gotta make it out to see RC, because we feel y'all the best two people that follows us, man, out here. We love y'all both, man. And me and Crown Holder, we gonna try to get our money together, man. Get them cheap flights. Come on out.
I'll show you the time. I'll show you the time of your life. Yeah. You can add sports and hills. When people come into my city, I'm accommodating. I'll take time off and I'll show you the world. I love showing my city off. Go to the Nike employee discount store where they have the brand new shoes for the Lolo. Drive up to Seattle. Seattle is just 2.5 hours away. So it's
definitely.
I'll show you the time of your life.
You know what? You ain't even gotta say come to Portland. When you go anywhere else, you came down here in Atlanta and you showed out and turned it out for us. You know what I'm saying? And we weren't even expecting that, but that's just how much your heart you went back. Man, y'all have a great heart and y'all know how to party. Shit. Y'all left a bottle of goddamn tequila in my car. I tried to give it back, but
Don Julio.
You
Don
said
Julio. A fifth. Yeah.
I drank it too.
We know how to party. That's one thing I do know how to do.
Yeah, I definitely do. And I like the party scene myself. It's just not too many people that have spirits like you and Bear Guy here anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I had them people here, I would be loving Atlanta more. But it seems like things are starting to drift. So this year, the rest of this year, and I ain't talked to many people, this year, I'm working on where I want to be and where I'm going, because I'm waiting on my military pension to come. You know, that check a month. I'm waiting on to get approved. Once I get approved, then that's when I know I can make my move. So this will be my last lease here. But next year I'm out. I don't know where I'm going. That's why I want to go visit places. Because if there's a place really interests me, shit, don't take much to move. They get a fucking truck, pull your car, and go on up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all. It's just me and the intern anyway. So, because he ain't going nowhere. He'll be with me the rest of his life until I'm gone.
Come on up here to Portland. It ain't too hard to find you a nice thriving black woman who's paid, who love to have fun and who loves sports and being outside.
That's you name everything I want in the world. You just name it.
Come on. You know all I do is hang around beautiful brides. Come on up.
Man. But Tip, it's always great to put you on and have you, because you keep it real. That's all I want people to do. Come on here, keep it real. Speak on what you got to speak on. And we have some fun. Let's laugh,
Yeah, the Chiefs play the Falcons in Atlanta. I don't know if we're gonna make it to that because I'm saving up for the cruise. This year I'm trying to take beer on the cruise. But I tell you what, when we come in town, it's wings on bear.
Yeah,
at Twin Peaks. Ooh, I love Twin Peaks, y'all. I love Buckhead. Ooh. But I tell you what, no matter how well my Chiefs do or don't do this upcoming season, we will be better than the Raiders. That's all you need to know. And just like the Raiders' chance of being the next AFC West champion, I'm gone.
She gone. I hear you, baby. Yeah, nice having you, Tip. Bye. Yeah, that's Tiffany P and P. Give it up for Tip, man. That's what's up, man. I love that woman right there. She's definitely one of my most favorite personal lists. Definitely that. Hey, man, y'all hear that motherfucker right there? I always talk about other people smoking along, but this bitch just started doing this shit, man. Why you couldn't wait till the show was over and start wanting to tweet? You know what I'm saying? Now I got to get up that motherfucker. And I don't even think I got one battery, but them 9 volts that went up, man. I brought, for one of them was, I forgot how much one cost. I brought 2 to a pack. I was like, God damn. These bitches cost a lot of money, man. And shit. I could get it from the office, right? The maintenance guy. But I ain't got time to chase him around and get no damn battery. But you know what? I just may have to go do that. You're like, yo, man, I don't want to spend that type of money for no goddamn battery, man. This ain't none of my smoke alone. It's just into my unit. That's all. Ain't none of my shit. You know, but I'm gonna go check. I call him his boy Chico and the Man. That's how they ride around in little golf cart. The golf cart, they be like Chico and the Man riding around this motherfucker and whatnot. I be, hey Chico, what you and the Man doing? Yeah, man. Big up to their names is Mike and what's the other one name, Camille? Oscar. Mike and Oscar, yeah. They really knocking on my door too. So you gotta come check on something for me. You can do the smoke alarms too. Yeah. Fuck that, man. But yeah, man, it's been a great Monday morning, man. I ain't finished though. I got about 2 more topics I want to run on. This smoke detector starting to make me feel like I remember Cheers. What up, Cheers? Rest in peace, my brother. I remember you had one boy that used to ching like a motherfucker. Damn, Chick, you don't hear that motherfucker? Now y'all can say the same thing to me. Chick, you don't hear that? I hear it. Let me take care. I bet you tomorrow night you won't be doing that shit. If I got a hammer that motherfucking bust it up, it won't be doing that shit. Because I don't think them smoke alarms really detect you anyway, because I don't know, I ain't gonna say that about this one. I could be cooking something in the oven, something may drop, like some juice or something. It start burning and the smoke will come up. And that motherfucker be like, you know. Yeah, so that one do work good. I'm gonna go ahead and get taken care of that shit, but damn, all of a sudden, man, sometimes it makes you think it's somebody in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fuck with this show today. You know what I'm saying? Let me let the alarm go off and shit, you know. Now it ain't going off, it just beat because the battery. They probably did that. And I think Vaughn, if I'm not mistaken, Vaughn, if you still here, is that I'm trying to think. Vaughn, let us know who you are, please. Because I'm kind of curious over here, trying to think who it is. And then while I was talking to Tip, we had another come in on the Twitch side, goes by the name of GJ Rockin' Ron. What up, Rockin' Ron? Got a suit on, man. I hear you, bro. Shit. You ready to preach a sermon on that music, huh? But yeah, y'all don't forget the Mixathon coming up this week. I'm gonna put the thing up before we get out of here. Jungle called Tiff out. If Tiff's still in the background listening, calling Nick McMillan and Mo Cheese better man is crazy work. Both led their team to playoffs as a point guard. How about mentioning Rick Elman? Yeah, he was a bitch who always got out coached and Terry Strauss. Yeah, Strauss was a shit either. Yeah, they had several coaches was a shit. Who was their coach when the Lumberjack was there? Bill Ward. I'm trying to think. That was a good team back then too. They had what's his name? Maurice Lucas. I mean, they had some players back then, man. Terry Porter. I know the game. I know everybody. I know people on everybody's team back in the day. That's why I said I know basketball. So a motherfucking Newman Williams or a YN that come out here and start doing sport, they don't never talk about back in the day players, back in the day teams, the good ass championship rounds or playoff rounds back in them days. They don't talk about that. They only talk about this shit bullshit from LeBron days and the end of Mike days. That's all they talk about. I'm getting tired of hearing that shit, man. Yeah, crowd holder. That motherfucker was crazy, but mine's about to get crazy too. But shit, every time we came on with tricks with Chid, he had that motherfucker going. That's my guy, though, man. I miss that brother, man. He kept us laughing, man. And, you know, sometimes you laugh at Chid and nobody was laughing and whatnot. But I tell Chid, I said, you laughing because of this, goddamn. Yeah, it's all good, man. That was a good member of Built for This Network, you know. Hey, but while we speaking of people, members of Built for This Network, man, y'all put them prayer hands up for DJ Purplelicious, man. You know, hey man, she gonna stay in my heart because what she's going through now, you know, I wouldn't wish on nobody, you know, trying to help her get better, keeping her strong, you know what I'm saying? So I just hope that, you know, the love that comes into her, you know, she take it at heart and, you know, try to better herself and get stronger. You know, bring up the Purplelicious, man. We love you out here. Go for this network. Definitely that, man. But yeah, man, it's entertainment time, man. So I'm gonna talk a little entertainment, right? I know a lot of people ain't see it yet, but hey, you can tell me about a picture. I'm gonna go see it, especially if what you tell me is good. I'm gonna be curious. I gotta go see it. You know what I'm saying? But I got a chance to see Michael Jackson movie here at home. No, I didn't go to movies. To all the people saying I didn't go and support black film, I've been supporting black film for 65 years. You know what I'm saying? So on this 66 year, if I wanted to bootleg it, I'm a bootleg. You know what I'm saying? And it played just as good. You know, I love the movie, man. Everything about it. I'm glad that we seen how Mike did it by himself. He didn't ask for it. I mean, he didn't approach Joe Jackson by himself. Maybe the facts that he sent to him and saying he was going, because he found him a new person to represent him in a board meeting he had. It was number old Gentile, old ass Gentile that used to help Mike get money and build money behind his town, right? But he got this young guy, and the young guy, and the guy I like was the guy Joe brought to him, said, you gonna ride Mike around, you gonna be with Mike, and you gonna ride Mike around everywhere you gotta go, and you gonna be his man, you know, like his bodyguard. And the dude was a cool motherfucker, but he ain't take no shit. Because he'll talk to Joe too. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he just advised Mike on what he needed to do. When Mike was ever feeling bad, he told Mike, you gotta get out and get your own. You gotta be your own person. You know what I'm saying? He advised Mike on a lot of things, man. He was just a driver. You know, whenever Mike dressed up, he dressed up. You know, he ain't really saying shit. Mike, you know, Mike did it. But this is what I don't understand. Mike was his own style. Mike brings shit out that nobody else would never think of bringing out. But this is what I don't understand. And this right here gonna cause a big conversation that we talk about it tomorrow night. No way in hell Prince was in Michael Jackson category or better than Mike. No way in hell. Prince is good. Prince got a lot of great music. Prince played instruments. Mike don't. But Mike was an entertainer that could sing his fucking ass off. He was a creator. Ain't nobody wrote for Mike. Mike wrote for himself. Mike make little stickies and put up on the wall. Like, you know how if you watch an FBI picture or some of these pictures and they putting up people's pictures and shit and who's on top or whatever, and he was putting up sticky and all his records he made, it was a sticky up there before he made the record. This was my next project. Mike was a genius, man. And see, what I don't like is how they said Mike was a pedophile. We don't know that. Mike was a kid as a man. Joe never gave him the opportunity to go play with the kids his age, to have a life like that. He never gave him that opportunity. It's always was school, business, singing, on the road, doing this, doing that. That's all it was about, you know? And I seen how Mike created every song he had, just about. The main ones, the ones made money. I seen how he did it, what made him go to doing it, or whatever. Like Ben, he had his own rap. You know what I'm saying? That's how he made Ben. You know, he had a big ass rap. Mike wasn't scared of shit. And he had all the toys. He went to the store and bought about at least grand. Back then, toys were cheap. There had been a couple of $1,000 of toys he had in the basket and whatnot, man. So Mike kept his room with toys, stuffed animals, all that type of stuff, because he was still a kid. He just was intelligent singer, songwriter, and performer. He went to the cribs, the Crips and the Blood. He seen how they was going at each other on the news and stuff like that. He had arranged meeting with the head of them and their best entertainers, the ones that can dance. So the head of them came with the guys that can dance. He put them in a short video. Mike was good for making short videos. He put them in a short video. You know what I'm saying? Because they were showing Mike different dance steps or how the Crips do their thing and Blood was throwing them some shit. You know what I'm saying? Then Mike was showing them some shit he had. Man, that movie was good, bro. I'm gonna go watch it again. I gotta watch it again. I need a better version of it because the one I had, you can see it good. It's just that I had to turn the volume up because the volume wasn't that good. I want to be able to hear the volume in stereo instead of you turning it up loud to hear it good, you know. But all in all, I give that movie an A+. And I usually don't rate it, motherfucker. But I give that an A+. And then another thing, we ain't had no movies out in a while. When is we gonna get movies? I'm surprised they advertised this one the way they advertised. The reason they advertised it the way they did, because it's a king. It's a king. You know what I'm saying? MJ is the king of entertainment and R&B. Boom. That's it. Nobody else. We got my main man up in here, man. You know what I'm saying? Goes by the name of the Saint. First Jen is up in the house. What's going on, Saint? Thank you for coming in. Yeah. One time I went to go see that Saint post that he's coming on. So I went to go see, you know, boy, if it was music or talking or whatever. They still up there playing these goddamn video games. I said, everybody playing these video games on Twitch these days. You got my main man, he came up in here. You got my main man, Truck D, Built for This Network on. Be on Wednesday night, my own perspective. You know what I'm saying? He'd be on there, him, be great, a couple other people, Million. They'd be on there playing the Madden game and shit, man, and whatnot. I was like, wow, and shit. I can't watch you play no game. I just got to give you your blessings. Hey, man, big ups, man. I can't say and watch the goddamn game. The football was good. I watched a little bit of that. I can't sit up here because I be wanting to play. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I ain't got time to play, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I chase holes in sports. That's all I do. Chase holes in sports. I was like that since I was a kid. You know, so yeah, that's what that's all I like to do. You know, that's real. But anyway, man, all in all, y'all go watch the Jackson, man. You know, I don't give a fuck how you watch it. If you go to movies, that's good. Because all that money go to the state. It ain't like it's going to his nephew who made the shit. He gonna get paid for doing it. But he need a big cut of that money because he played that part like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm not gonna be mad if you watch it home. Because I did. And that's what I'm watching all my movies from here on in. Home. If you're a female out there want to get with Chief Doctor, you say, oh damn, I can't get with Chief Doctor, he don't go to the movie. But I tell you what, I got my own movie theater. In my movie theater, I got enough drinks, enough food, a bathroom right by the TV. And then you make it a little bit of love, man. The girl gonna have to get some love, man, after the show. Ask her how I know. Then I'll tell her so. You're gonna be my girl for that night. Yeah, man. But all is good, man. And this goddamn smoke detector, boy. I don't see how people can sit up there and let that shit keep going. I was in the bed one night, and one of them started doing that right by my door. You know, I said, shit, I'm gonna annoy this motherfucker till the morning. I'll take care of it in the morning. That shit got on my nerves so bad when we got the step ladder, got up there, took that bitch out, and hooked the motherfucker. So I wouldn't hear nothing. I went right back to bed. I'll straighten it out, and I get the battery, you know? Yeah. Keep on beeping, motherfucker. Damn it. Shit. Oh, man. But, yeah, man, the WNBA is back. The WNBA just got raises for their players. Now, what really got me was this young lady, her last name is Boston. She's played for Don Sterling in South Carolina. She played center. When they said she was making 95 G's a season, and she went from 95 G's to 500 something thousand, I was like, oh shit, okay. There is a come up. And the thing about it, she plays on the girl team that helped the league make money. A lot of people don't like Caitlin Clark. I don't give a fuck about nothing. Tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? I'll cheer the sport on. You know, I'll watch it. But as far as taking sides to any motherfucking girl in the WNBA, I don't even do it to men. I don't take sides for my Knicks. If motherfuckers talk about my Knicks, hey, they're $1 million actors. You talk about them all you want. You know? But if you're going to talk about them and your team ain't shit, that's when I got something to say. But I'm not, you know, Caitlin Clark, I don't care what nobody had to say about her. Yeah, she's a great white hope. She went to lead to promised land. Since she's been in the league, they've been making money. But every arena she plays in sells out. Ain't none of the girls that's good got that kudos on them. See, white girl, I don't give a fuck what color you is. If you got that much clout, if you got that much pull, and it ain't like she can't play the game, she can play the game too. If people follow me like that, I'm gonna rub elbows with you because I want some of that juju on me. I want motherfuckers to start following me and checking me out, even coming on my show. That's what I want. So if you got somebody that's doing that, that's what Aaliyah, that's the name of the girl, Aaliyah Boston. That's what she did. She protected Caitlin. Look, she got a big time raise. She got a big time endorsement thing. Because I heard her talking about one time, these people came and said, hey, what you think about being a sponsor for so-and-so? We got word from a teammate of yours that you would be a good person to sponsor our product. There wasn't nobody but Kevin Clark. You know what I'm saying? If she like you, show her. That's one thing about her. And I noticed that. That thing with her and my baby that's down here playing now, nobody likes her no more. Black or white don't like it. Angela Reese, right? That thing with them, it should never happen. Them two could have been the biggest name, came out the WNBA at that time, and both of them could have been on high and ghosted. But when you do that to one individual race, and they got so many motherfuckers that's following you, that's gonna fuck you up with some of your people. I don't see how, but it did. So now Angel down here, she got to build her reputation back up. But they saying Brittany Griner. Y'all know Brittany Griner is the one that got caught with a weed plant over there in Russia. He got arrested. He was in jail. And the orange man helped her get out. That's what he said. But anyway, she got out of jail after spending so many. I think she spent a year over there. But anyway, she was on Atlanta. They said she asked for a trade to one of the PR people that I now know. Asked for a trade to Connecticut. She said Connecticut is one of the sorriest teams. Connecticut used to have a good team. One of the sorriest teams in the league. But Brittany just was going to get out of Atlanta. They gave her contract and she got a little extra more. You know what I'm saying? But she had to get out of this. And she never explained the reason why. You know, it got to be that she don't really like Angel Reed, but at the same time, you know, shit, as fine as Angel is, and you going around there looking like what was the guy that played Big John and shit. You know what I'm saying? You go around there looking like Big John. Shit, that could have been your little side piece. I mean, we know you mad, but you know, we know you ain't true blue to your wife, Brittany Griner. You know what I'm saying? Or either Brent Griner. We know you're not true. So you'd have been all up in Angel Reed, boy. Shit, you'd have macked her out. You'd have ate her so good. Shit. She wouldn't even know what a man is no more. Unless she look at you sometimes. Yeah, man. But with all that said and done, man, WNBA is back. I'm gonna check a lot of games out. I'm not gonna check out as many as I do in the NBA, but I'm gonna check a lot of games out. But you know, my team is Liberty, and they got another smoker this year. They sold themselves out last year in the conference finals, man, to go to the championship. You know, that kind of hurt me, but you know, they'll be back this year, man. At least they got a chip. They got a chip. I think they got 2 chips. But they'll be back, and I definitely should be watching it, man. I'd like to check it out, man. We got who is this? Dr. Sniff Blink Johnson. Okay. Sniff. That's it, right? Sniff. Yeah, Sniff Blink Johnson. I'm sorry, I'm studying your name, but we got Dr. Johnson up in the house. How you doing, Dr. Johnson? Thank you for coming in. Seem like a new person to the show. Hey, tell a friend. Hit the like and subscribe button out there. And hey man, we be glad. I can't say man. That could be one. To whoever who Dr. Johnson is, thank you for coming in, and we appreciate this. Just bring a friend next time. Somebody know about the #1 Chief Rock in Jerseyvern recap and entertainment. So he said, she said, I'm looking for the big girl who's willing to fart in my face. Preferable big ashy ankle hole. You will be compensated well. Woo! I wasn't ready for that. That must mean it's almost time. That must mean the show almost time to go off. It is getting that point. Oh shit! It's somebody we know. It's somebody we know. But oh gosh. Let me read that again. I'm looking for a big girl who's willing to fart in my face. Preferable, big ass, inky, big ass, ashy ankles, hole. You will be compensated well. Wow. You got any out there? Any of them listen to the show? Hit me up so I can turn you on to Dr. Johnson. Because he likes something that I never really looked at, but I'm at to, if it's like that, I'm at to look at it. Because see, I can bring something to the party for the ankle. I can make the ankle shine again. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know about farting in my face. But some of y'all eat some rancid shit, man. Somebody pass gas. And see, I ain't never used to say pass gas. I used to be like, I used to say fart, you know. Somebody farted in my car a week ago. Man, this shit was so fucking bad, man. I never opened up my window because the power down here with that shit blowing in the car. And it was getting hot down here. I had to let my window down, man. I had to let the bitch down, keep that end back. If it circulated, I had to let the other front window down. You know, that shit was bad. Some of y'all be eating some shit that I wouldn't even recommend to a dog if I owned one. to smell like that. Yeah, some of y'all bad. I mean, woo, my God. The motherfucking hair on my back if you standing up. I ain't got nothing. But I will start for smelling that shit. Yeah, man. But all in all, man, hey man, I'm just loving the situation of coming on Mondays and Tuesday nights. Football season be back. We'll be on Wednesday nights, man. And being on this platform right here, man. For so many years, at least what, 6 or 7 years, we was on 6 years, we was on Spreaker. You know what I'm saying? And you can't see nobody. All you can hear is my voice. You know, but now you can see me with the voice. You put the voice with the face with the voice in the place. You know what I'm saying? And hey, I'm just loving it. That's all I can say. I ain't got no more to say about it. But anyway, man, y'all check out Poetic Sins, DJ of ours. You know, she's the president of graphic design. You know, she built the website. Y'all check out tonight playing some music, man. You know, while you're doing whatever you're doing, like, you know, American Idol on, you're watching that. You got Paul in the background. You know, you're watching the game, you got Paul in the background. You know, it's a lot on tonight. You got baseball, basketball, American Idol. American Idol got three Negroes in the final 7. You got this pretty ass young girl that's a music teacher in her school, right? She's in the final. You got this brother. He's also a music director in school too. I don't know if it's school or wherever, right? And then you got this other brother, you know, looking like Heavy D. He's the boss of them all. They are in the finals, the final 7. So y'all check the show out tonight. Enjoy baseball, basketball. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to find a big girl like Dr. Johnson talking about getting, you go find one of them too. Matter of fact, I need to try to find these weather girls I know and bring them on the show one day. But weather girls need love too, man. That's great. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not choosy. I'm not picky. You know what I'm saying? Nah, let me stop. I'm about to get myself in trouble, man. But all in all, man, hey, I enjoyed y'all today. I felt really good about today. And all in all, man, y'all come back and check me out next Monday, you know. And I'm going to play a song that should be hitting the charts pretty soon. And if it do, you heard it first here, Built for This Network. Catch y'all later.
Brown eyes.
Later, Gator. Oh, brown eyes.
Brown eyes.
Yeah.
Brown eyes. His brown eyes with the reflection of me is what I yearn to see. Brown eyes. His brown eyes with the reflection of me is what I yearn to see. While I hold my lonesome pillow, wanting him to be the first melody that I hear. While I hold my lonesome pillow, wanting him to be the first melody that I hear. As he touches me much further than my skin, as my heart beats to his name, even when he's not around. As the scenery surrounds my dreams when I lay down to the night, and then later to meet the morning sun. Brown eyes, his brown eyes with the reflection of me is what I yearn to see. As the scenery surrounds my dreams when I lay down to the night, and then later to meet the morning sun. While I hold my lonesome pillow, wanting him to be the first melody that I hear. As he touches me much further than my skin, as my heart beats to his name, even when he's not around. For I am a victim of Cupid's spell, yet no remedy can cure me. Losing him is the only thing I fear. wanted to touch the ebony masterpiece, to feel his warmth upon me, making my smile glisten in the absence of light. Only he knew how much I want him near enough to hear my body calling him in the early morning, only to fulfill the lover's passion once we unite as one. But also near enough to express my heart's wants and needs, and to wipe away my past tears. And as he reflects in my brown eyes of mine, he'll find my soul echoing his name with glee, telling the ways that I adore, and I shall read more. And only